Hello and welcome everyone to Speakeasy Unfiltered, episode probably 10 or 11. No idea. Still, we're bad at that.
How we go from 9 or 10 to 10 or 11?
No, it's 10. It's 10 or 11. It's not 9. I can assure you that much.
Probably 10.
It's 10 or 11.
I believe y'all.
Either way, as usual, I'm here with my co-host and friend Zenny, Running Death 909, and myself, Hyper_1. Thank you all for joining.
He's alive.
Who? Oh, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie. I can't believe you just threw that at us. Like,
Right?
Jamie's dead, guys?
I said I'm not sure. It could be AI slop. Has anybody heard about
Did
it?
you just see that on Facebook or something?
I don't remember. Yeah, I saw it in, I think, a video. Oh,
Yeah, weird.
right? That's what I said. And so I was like, I'm not sure if this
Yeah,
is...
you saw that and you didn't say, Jamie, can you fact check that?
Yeah, god damn, Jerry was loud.
Yeah, fixing it.
Did we say fuck in the first 5 minutes? Or the first minute? I don't know.
Probably.
Shit.
Maybe.
Oh, well, it's okay. There'll be a Master Chief death sound
Okay.
somewhere. It's what happens every time we say shit or anything in the first minute. Because the YouTube algorithm, I think, is still first minute. So,
Yeah. First minute.
first minute. Can't say fuck.
Yeah, no cursing.
There's also supposed to be like a thing for egregious amounts of it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
We're reasonable. We got flagged on Apple Podcasts for it, though.
fine. Yeah?
Yeah, I never posted, like, the podcast isn't set as explicit anywhere because I'm lazy, and also I don't want it to be like,
They say it's not the most recent one, though, with Cohen.
no, what did he do? What? Why are you looking at me? Why'd you mark it? I don't understand what you're
Oh,
talking
never
about.
mind.
I don't know. Are we not filtering out actual names?
No. What? We use his real name, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
Probably.
We use our real names.
We do it all the
I
time.
think. Yeah.
You do.
I don't think we've more than single-digit numbers called each other by screen names in conversation.
That's true.
That's also true, because that's just weird, because we all know each other. I mean, we're physically present. If we were all just online nerds, but you Harpy over here, and I'd be like,
Yeah, it's 'cause, like,
weird.
Like, we'd call Shadow, but like,
That also just
I didn't
was
grow
easier.
up with him like I did y'all vaguely.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, it's funny that you said it, because I don't think I remember Shadow's name. I do and don't.
No, so I kind of hesitated right before
I know
said
his
Shadow, 'cause
name
I was
is-
gonna say his name and then Shadow, and I was like, wait, I forgot it.
I remembered. Yeah. I
It's
had
not
to,
even Shadow anymore. It's something else.
I
I
had to
remember
dig
when he
deep.
started messaging me. I was like, who the fuck are you?
Fair. Yeah. Every time people change names, they're like, hey, what's up? And it's like, who are you?
Who are you people?
Especially when somebody changes their name that they've had for like 20 years. I've had this name since, well, forever. Obviously since the Yu-Gi-Oh times. And if you're around since then, like first gen Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, you're fucking as old as we are. Or older.
Yeah.
So yeah. That was my original username for eternity.
Mine's changed so many times.
Yeah.
As I say, I still have my same username from freaking Xbox days.
Is that what yours is, or you just have that somewhere?
I mean, it's what I use is what it is.
Ah, yeah, see? OG. That's how it is. You got to rep. I mean, it's not like you're 420 bong rip 69 or whatever the fuck, like XX and all that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, Raining Death is
we're not
kinda
Gmod
edgy.
God.
That's true. Fuck, I forgot his name is that. Oh, shit. I mean, to be fair, that's actually when I originally met him back in the day. It was me, him, and Finster and all that talking about Gmod. Like, I got them into it. That's my fault. It was worth it. Except for the part where we never played.
Yeah, it's like you probably showed it to me, just like you showed me the Halo Custom Edition.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Because anytime I hear that, I just think of Huge Ass. Which I don't know if that's a map everyone knew, or if it's just you kept saying everyone knew it.
If you didn't know of it, you were wrong. There was a lot of servers that ran it. Because it was huge.
I definitely would see servers run it.
It was also, I think it was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Halo CE map.
Yeah, it was a huge ass map.
Correct.
Literally, it just
It was just a giant
lived up to
fucking...
its name.
It was just a giant fucking box with nothing in it.
It had to be a huge map for you to fly the longswords and stuff.
Yeah, but it was just a giant box with nothing in it. So-
Yeah, I mean, there was some stuff.
That was a big empty box. There was another one that was a snow level that had like actual stuff that also had long swords. I can't even remember what the fuck, the mythos. I don't even know what the fuck that is or what fucking game or whatever bullshit it comes from.
I just remember there were Tachikomas.
There were Tachikomas that you could go invisible in,
Yeah.
which are badass. And then there was the Kango tank, which is the bigger Tachikoma.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my favorite.
Hmm.
I still have that half built somewhere because I got a Kodo Bukaya Kango tank somewhere. I don't remember where. I broke a piece to it and then I shelved it forever because I was pissed
that'd be a
off.
cool thing to have out.
Yeah, it was cool until I broke a fucking chunk of it.
Nothing super glue can't fix.
The piece fucking flew off into non-existence. This is at the old house. So whenever I boxed it all up, I was just like, well, whatever, I give up. And like, I've not actually tried to find it again. I could maybe find it on eBay. It's
Just
probably
3D
way
print a new
overpriced.
piece.
That's true too. Well, it was
It's
so
not
tiny.
complicated.
I don't know what it was. It was something incredibly tiny.
Who made it?
That'd be hard.
What do you mean? Who made it? The company?
Yeah.
Kodo Bukaya.
I mean,
It's like the Mechwaifus. Like they make them once and then never again.
you could always reach out to them.
Unlikely.
The
It's
fuck?
old as shit. Like it's super old.
Mm.
It's just so old that there's probably no parts, so they don't make it.
But also,
maybe try
a
to
lot of
find
those
it in
companies
Japan.
do like they use the same tooling over again.
No. Not Kodo. Kodo's actually really bad about that. They do reruns sometimes, eventually.
It sounds like you're talking about Premium Bandai.
It's the same thing, except Kodo's worse, if I remember correctly. Again, with the Mechwaifus. I got the new reprint of that one, the halberd one with the ambiguously dark skin.
I don't remember what that is.
The Mechwaifu over there.
Oh wait, the Sussy Uwu character.
No,
I don't know. You have some character who has Sus and Uwu in her name, one after the other.
Sir, it's Owo, but still.
Well, yeah,
It's
Owo.
Susan Owo or whatever, like Susanu, the
Sounds sus.
god or whatever, and something, I don't know. Some Naruto nerds would know because that's what Susanoo is based on. But yeah, Susanoo, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, it's Susanoo Owo, and I'm like, cringe every time I read the Owo part, and I'm like, ugh. They're cool. Mechwaifus are cool. Only those ones. Whatever. I'm not going to get that hard into it. I'm not going to get the 30-minute sisters and the 30-minute missions and all those things. Like you did, I think. Yeah, you did.
Oh, I had that one that I gave up on and I forsaked her.
Oh.
Because it was all this effort and I got all these pieces and I was still missing parts. And then I started to get some pieces and I was like, wait a minute. And it's like, it's basically a 30-minute mission. So it's like not even the best quality. So I was like, what? Once I started to put a couple pieces together, I was like, why do I even care about something this not great?
I mean, I don't think the 30-minute missions are bad.
No, yeah.
that's what Armored Cores
the
are.
art, it looks really great on the packaging.
What about the Armored Core ones?
I'm still going to get those.
They can't
look
be
pretty good.
bad. I was like, they have to be decent. I think that you maybe got some of the originals where the quality was worse.
Well, I'm not saying the quality. It's just
Well, you're
it's
saying
one of those
the
things
quality.
where the packaging image would make me a lot harder than like looking at the actual thing I built.
Well, maybe that's just what you like. I'm not.
No, we can't make her 3D. 2D over 3D.
No, my 2D waifu. My 3D waifus. I don't like 3D women or whatever the Japanese meme is.
That's one of the things I was thinking about when we go to Japan. I'm gonna pick up some of those Armored Core 30-minute missions because it's like they got to be up there.
Interesting. Maybe. Hopefully.
Probably.
Oh,
I mean, there's a market for it.
Well, I mean, they come from there. I assume. I don't know. It's all Bandai, so.
Then it'll definitely be there.
yeah. I guess I did just assume, but I mean, it's FromSoft, so it's like it's gotta be sold there.
It's
at the very
FromSoft,
least.
but it makes me hard.
Yeah,
Can I
makes
say,
me harder. I have over 300 hours in it.
I mean, I have more hours than that over all of Armored Core.
Well, I'm not counting my other Armor Cores, but you'd probably still have a lot.
I played the originals for way too long.
Because I played 4, and then I played there was one, I think Verdict Day is the one that I played a lot of. Or 4 Answer, whichever one of those came out first. I guess 4 Answer.
4 answers first, yeah.
And then me and Carmichael got like pretty far in Verdict Day. Was there a separate co-op campaign than single player campaign in one of those?
Probably 4 answer. So a lot of the older ones didn't have a real co-op campaign. like all of Armored Core since the beginning had like co-op campaign, but it was completely separate. Like had nothing to do with the
That
real
might be
campaign.
why I don't remember any of the story.
Yeah, there really
in,
is
those
none.
2 games, because one of my friends, Nomi, he was like talking about stuff in one of those Armored Cores and like showing me pictures. I was like, I don't remember any of this. It's like I normally don't remember things, but like I hard don't remember any of this, and I played the shit out of that game.
Yeah, like 4 is
I
where
think I only played like couch co-op with Carmichael.
4 is where it got to be more mainstream because it was released on Xbox. That's where it started. Because before 4, it was only PlayStation. And then I think 4 and then 4 Answer might have also been on Xbox and all the consoles. And then Verdict Day is where it became like super multiplayer. That's where I started getting back into it. I didn't play 4 Answer. I missed. That's like I think the only one I missed. There's also some other weird offshoots previously. I didn't play the Armored Core 1 on PlayStation 1 because fucking no.
So I remember the meme. No matter what happened, Carmichael would always end up falling back to just like 4 chain guns in both games.
It was reasonably effective. It wasn't like it is now where it's, more action gamey and obviously more stagger based, like kind of like new FromSoft games, Satire and stuff like that. Because the game previously was health bar go burr, shoot it down.
Yeah, because I played a mod that's supposed to make the new Armored Core more like the old ones. And I actually, even being someone that starved for Armored Core content, and I've beaten that game like more than 20 times or something like that. I still didn't even want to finish that mod because I was like, I guess I just don't like the old games as much as the new one.
That's what I was.
It was just kind of spamming the dodge button and like out DPSing the other guy.
Yep, that's what I was trying to tell you.
I like how there's like dodging and stagger and like I don't know how you fly and where you land and all this stuff matters in Armored Core 6, 5. What is it?
6. Yeah, it's 6.
Yeah.
Because Verdict Day is 5.
Yeah.
Well, so there was 5 and there was 5 Verdict Day, by the way. 2 different games. Even though their icon is both a V because the letter 5 in fucking Roman numerals.
I know me and Carmichael played Verdict Day.
I say Verdict Day is the one I pulled up and showed you.
Right up to its release because we played them like as one continuous string.
Yeah. I think I pulled up Verdict Day for you with all my saves and you said you never saw that. So I think you played 5, not Verdict Day. Unless it was Verdict Day instead of 5. This is what I did. This is like a year and a half.
Well, Verdict Day we didn't play as much of as whatever we played before it.
Oh, probably 5. If it was 5 into
like,
Verdict Day, that's reasonable.
I think we had like just gotten to where we were doing some multiplayer versus and like we could barely make the AI controlled people.
That's Verdict Day. Because the AI controlled people is Verdict Day. The Unax. That was a weird system. Kind of cool. I liked it. I played test a lot of shit. Too much. I spent too much time
I feel like me and Carmichael actually fought in like some of your territory fights, like just a few.
Quite possibly. There were so few people playing Verdict Day, like 100% possible. I feel like there was like less than 200 people on all of Verdict Day, even the Japanese. Like Verdict Day was not popular for some reason.
Weird.
Also, nobody knew it was coming out until like I was playing multiplayer and somebody brought it up and it's like comes out next week, and I was like, say what?
I'm glad 6 did so well.
Yeah,
well, it's because I really need another one.
The reason why 6 did so well is because of
everyone is like
Dark Souls, but with robots.
I feel like it's Elden Ring.
Either way, so
like,
it's all the same.
Dark Souls got everyone in Elden Ring, and then no one could shut the fuck up about Elden Ring. So now it's like anything FromSoft shits in their hand and throws it to screen, everyone's gonna go buy it now.
Right.
Which is great because I want another Armored Core.
Right. I still wanted,
or even a DLC. Like Jesus Christ.
I wanted the you know what I would want? Like still another Chrome Hounds or any other robot game. Because FromSoft is the people that have made all of my favorite robot games. They're all existing, except for the Mech Warrior, Mech Assault stuff. Those are all cool. They used to be FOSSA and Microsoft.
Was just anime battle tech. There, I said it.
Was it?
It was. It was slow moving mechs that you like. I mean, I guess you kind of like Lego build them instead of configuring a chassis like you would in BattleTech.
It was hex. Well, it was semi-hex. The gun pods were hex.
I kind of like the BattleTech way better because you don't end up with a bunch of like stupid mechs. They're just a pillar that L's like a Tetris piece and then just has the cockpit hanging behind the legs. It's like, it's meta. Can't hit my cockpit if it's hanging behind my legs.
Yeah, the Chrome Hounds meta was so stupid.
You're just a chicken that was a pillar with a hex of missile pods on the top of the pillar or snipers, and then like your cockpit was like hanging behind you, dangling behind your ass where no one could hit it.
You also had to like basically semi-break the game to start doing that thing because the game didn't like you using like your legs were the base because that's how all the fucking mech started. And then the game did not like you immediately going from the legs to what we're saying. There's these little direction changing modules that like
spacers.
They're different spacers. And then you have to like stack them in weird directions to like hide the cockpit behind other shit that was tanky. Because the strat was online, if somebody had a good sniper build and was actually good with a sniper, they could one-shot you, which is fine. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, just blow up the cockpit.
The problem is that there were people that were far too good at that. Like if you ran an open cockpit anywhere else, they'd be like, "Hey, guess what, buddy?"
And it was Lego mechs, so you just build the mech as tall as you can and put like 7 snipers in like a hex pattern, just all clustered together at the top height of the mech, and then you slowly peek the snipers over like a hill, and no one can shoot your actual body. They can only hit your snipers as you like start one-shotting people.
Because they did the standard thing that FPSs do, where like in an FPS, your bullets don't come from your gun; they come from your fucking face hole, your eye hole, which is what head peeking and stuff is. This is essentially mech head peeking. And because the way that game worked, the guns were the camera. The first gun you placed in the stack was the gun cam, and then all the other guns around it just fired from it. So like, yeah, when you're using a sniper, like he says, behind cover essentially, and then you just like are popping dudes without getting shot, is what it is. It's the mech version of head peeking, which is crazy.
I just need FromSoft to make a BattleTech game.
Man, you wish. It would probably be good. Unfortunately, because that means it's never gonna happen. Because who is it? Who owns it?
It's not
Legion?
Prana, right? It's PG something like Peace.
I don't know. I thought I said Legion for some reason. I don't know. It might. Was it not?
Catalyst Game Labs.
No.
CGL.
Catalyst Game Labs is dead. Are they alive?
I'm pretty sure Catalyst are the people that have it right now. Because Prana Games makes like Mech.
Piranha Games makes the video games, and they have the license for the video.
They have
games.
like the license from. I was gonna say they have the license from Catalyst, but I think there's someone even above Catalyst that license everything.
It used to be all Fossa Studios and stuff.
Fossa was the original. Fossa died like decades ago.
Correct. He's got to look it up. He's a BattleTech.
Yeah, the BattleTech
fucking
license
nerd.
holder.
And poor Kenneth is like, I don't know none of this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know deep mech lore.
It's like y'all are just going into it, and I'm like,
BattleTech is tops.
Yeah, robots.
The video games is Microsoft Game Labs Studios, while Catalyst Game Labs holds the tabletop license. For video games, Microsoft Xbox Game Studios.
Yeah, Microsoft owns it because that's who made Mech Assault and all
Well, that doesn't make
They own
sense because
everybody.
why would Mike? I guess like
because Microsoft is lazy and can't make a good game anymore. So if they can just make money off Piranha, they can make it.
who the fuck are these people?
I mean, if we can just
Tornate
buy
owns the
studios
film
and just
rights.
make it.
Who?
Tornate owns the film rights.
There's a film?
No,
That's why I'm like, who?
not that I know of.
Right?
I guess
that sounds. Is that French?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's not a hyperlink.
Oof. Interesting. So what I'm hearing is,
Yeah,
Battle
Piranha Games is licensed by Microsoft.
yep.
Well, I thought Piranha Games were the people who told Catalyst, or I thought Piranha Games were the people who told what's Harebrained Studios that they couldn't make another BattleTech.
Probably because the video game license is currently owned or rented by Piranha, and then I guess the Harebrained rented the license from them.
So far, Harebrained's made pretty much the most resilient BattleTech game that's come out.
What do you mean? MechWarrior Online's been forever. Feels
I
bad.
guess that's true.
I mean, only because it's a constant just give us real money simulator. They're still releasing mechs, Jerry, which is crazy.
I don't know if Mechwarrior Online has more people than BattleTech. I'd have to actually check that.
Oh, more people? No, but you said
there's
said
more
staying
visibility because you launch in a game and you see all these other people. But
That's true.
BattleTech just like the Harebrained Studios BattleTech. If anyone's a fan of BattleTech, they pretty much know that game because that's the one everyone mods and still plays. Other than MechWarrior 5 non-clans.
It's also the what is it? The closest like analog to the tabletop without being the weird Java launcher.
Well, yeah, I was about to say Mega Mech is the closest.
yeah, but that's
analog.
not fucking, you're staring at like a terrible screen. At least it's cooler.
No, yeah, we know people that actually wouldn't even be able to play Mega Mech.
Do we?
Well, I mean, Cody, Cohen,
I mean, like Nick was interested when we played. I don't know how.
yeah, but he can figure out games.
That's true. Well, it's also a
I'd say
tabletop.
everyone
You
we
can
know
learn.
can't figure it out.
I mean, Cohen could probably figure out because Cohen can figure out other tabletops. Also, it just does everything for you. All you have to do is tell him that that's bad. He'll probably do the same thing multiple times. It's bad, but
Yeah.
he'll maybe learn. I don't know. It takes him a while.
You can't technically do the wrong thing, and the game just won't let you.
Well, I mean, well, yeah, rules wise, but
You can do the wrong thing.
You can do the wrong choice.
Tactics wise.
I run at them. Yeah, that's really not. No, I run at them.
You had
Falls
better
over.
tactics, but I had better stratego.
You had better
I always
tactics,
think that.
but I learned.
The old meme.
You're an old meme.
We all are now.
Shit. Did I saw something about that the other day. Somebody was talking about like 30-year-olds being old and stuff, and I'm like, oof.
David showed me that earlier, Kenneth. He showed me. Wait, no, you were just there whenever I got hit by it. When we were talking about Deltarune, and I was like,
Oh yeah, you were
man, that
Deltarune.
first Deltarune came out. I looked at the date and I was like, that was a whole different part of my life.
When did it come out? It's been forever.
2018.
Jesus.
That was also a different part of my life.
I was like still a crackhead back then.
Were you?
Well, not crack, but legal.
Mm. No, I think that's. Were you still doing legal?
No, I told you
before?
when I played Deltarune was literally the first day that I fully quit legal Kush K2, whatever people call it regionally.
Right. I think
Right.
it was K2, right?
I think
Uh,
K2 is the most recognizable.
There was multiple. They were
Right.
all. It was all different brands of bullshit
Whatever
sold at
trash
gas stations.
station, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the CBD before
A lot of
CBD
people called it
existed.
potpourri.
Right.
Actually, I think that's what the packages said.
They also
Yeah,
had weird
exactly.
shit.
Because you can't market it as actual legal drugs. It's potpourri. It smells nice.
Well, they'd say it. They'd have a fucking sign in the store like legal weed, or they'd say like, "Yeah, we got the legal." And then they started doing the CBD thing. Like, we can't call it weed. Like when you roll into a smoke shop, you're like, "Yo, can I get a bong?" And they're like, "No, we can't say that. It's a water pipe or whatever." They do weird shit where they're like, most of the places like, "No, we can't say it for legal reasons."
I look forward to taking this home and putting my tobacco into it.
I look
Yes.
forward to putting plants in this fancy vase. But yeah, some places you roll into like, nah, man, we don't give a fuck. It's the guy who's definitely smoking the supply. Always. Remember, kids, don't get high on your own supply. That's how you make
Everyone
money.
does though.
Yeah, no.
That's the
That's
meme.
bad
You sell it to
practice.
someone and then they have to smoke it with you before they leave.
That was the
That's etiquette.
meme. Man. Those were the days.
Wait, are we allowed to say any of this on YouTube?
Do what?
Drugs mentioned.
I don't know.
It'll get age restricted, but
Everything.
it's not like we run ads.
Honestly, I think this is literally the first podcast where we were even like, oh yeah, drugs existed when we were kids. We grew up in the ghetto.
True.
Well,
What well, no, because everything we're talking about is legal. The legal was legal. It's not drugs.
So that was legal, yeah.
And then me talking about CBD, water pipes, all that stuff, that's all still legal. And depending on what state you're in, it's also even doing the other drugs is legal. So it doesn't matter.
well, legal on a state level.
Yeah. Remember, states' rights. We have the states' rights president, so it's fine.
Sure, we do.
Yeah. He wants everything states' rights, man.
Everything back to the states. Killing the Department of Education, back to the states.
States.
I still
That's
like the
right.
meme that not just that Canada would be the 51st state, but that the entire Canada would be the 51st state.
Yeah, exactly. All the
Correct.
provinces.
I was thinking, like, if in some weird world where that actually happened, couldn't they just keep their like healthcare system at just state level?
I mean, based on his state's rights, sure.
Yeah, I don't see, like, I can't imagine the government stepping in and being like, you can't have healthcare.
Right?
maybe.
That would cause those citizens to revolt, which would be funny.
Civil war with the 51st state.
That's how Civil War starts. Not with a bang, but a boom.
God damn it.
From the America's hat.
We just get A24 fucking.
And then we
Civil
lose
War.
the Civil War because they have better healthcare.
I mean, remember, Canadians did successfully
Well-
burn down the White House.
Yes. Actually, I thought it was the French.
It was the Canadians.
Well, I mean, Canada was French at some
It
point.
still is.
I mean, there's French Canadians, but we don't talk about them.
We do.
the goddamn French.
Fuck Quebec.
Even the fucking normal French, they'll like give a speech and then they'll start giving the speech again in French.
Yeah.
So I've been seeing some of those things lately. It's like he'll give this speech and then there'll be a pause and they'll just start saying some shit I don't understand. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he's just giving it again in French now.
Yeah, you know. They have laws over there to respect the French.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have Louisiana. That's all French, and you see what that is. It's all fucked up.
It's Creole.
I mean, it's France. Or it's originally France, so it's French. Creole is just redneck French.
Nah.
I mean, it is.
mean, it is.
Literally.
It is.
Well, actually, no, hold on. Let me be correct. It's Bayou people because that's not even rednecks. They're just their whole own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I always just say Cajun.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Cajuns, Creole, whatever. Because
Cajun Creole.
Cajun is, I guess, what you call them. Creole is technically
Every
what
time
they
you say
speak.
Creole,
Well,
I just
Creole is
remember
like
this,
it's a language
red
and a
powder
culture.
I used to like sprinkle on stuff.
Yeah. Well, Creole's good. It's that Creole powder. I mean, shit. I use Tony Chachere's. That's fucking Cajun seasoning. Literally called Cajun seasoning. They're synonymous. I mean, you can use them interchangeably. I'm sure some people, like with everything, take offense somehow, some way. Except I don't think any Cajuns give a fuck.
That's like how, in my eyes, blackened seasoning is just fluffier Cajun seasoning. Like they're essentially just the same.
No. Because blackened
I used
seasoning.
to use both of them. The only reason they taste different is because one's fluffier than the other. It's like salt and kosher salt, sort of.
Well, blackened is literally just burnt.
Yeah, it's literally the style of how you're cooking it
Yeah.
versus.
You
Yeah,
still
it
season
burns
it.
because it's fluffier.
All
no,
seasonings burn, brother.
As I say, you're burning the seasoning.
Yeah.
You're blackening it.
You're burning the seasoning into the
Okay,
food.
but like, imagine like dry weed versus fluffy weed, except I guess it technically be backwards.
Yeah. This is a bad analogy. Find another one. Just say like regular coarse, like table salt versus kosher salt. That's
I
what
did
you're
say
going
that.
for.
Y'all blew
He
past
did.
it.
Yeah. But that's what you're going for. Oh, no, we didn't blow past it. We're just
Salt
talking.
just kind of melts, so it's a little different.
Does salt just melt? Is it the pepper
Kinda.
definitely burns? Does
Yeah,
I
pepper
think the salt
burns.
burns too, though.
Salt kind of seems like it
Is
melts
salt
onto
burn?
there.
I don't know.
I just always imagine the salt just kind of burns.
I mean, like when I don't know, when I
meat.
cook with like coarse chunky salt.
Almost thought you said horse for a minute. I was like, huh?
Yes. When I cook horse.
Whatever. Make that glue butter, brother.
I mean, it's still there solid. It doesn't look like it burns.
Mm,
I don't know. Never really thought
Recently
about it.
found out they eat horses in Morrowind.
what?
Just they do.
Interesting.
I think it's one of those Maik the Liar lines where like you can ask him about riding horses.
I was just trying to give that to you so you can move. As it just fucking gorilla gripped my glasses right the fuck off. You can move that.
Yeah, because I mean, aren't we just basically hitting pause now?
No.
I mean,
can
I
keep
could use
talking.
a bathroom break, I guess.
Again?
What do you mean again? It's been like, I don't know. I feel like I haven't gotten up in quite a while.
I mean, you were just walking around earlier.
We've been recording for like, I don't know, what, like 20 minutes?
I don't know. Whatever that says, I can't read from here.
And even before then, I remember sitting here wondering if we were about to start or not for like another 30 minutes before then. Even when I was sitting here holding the remote to turn off the TV, I was like, David's messing with the camera, but that doesn't guarantee we're going to start within the next hour. And then I turned it off and we still didn't start for another 20 minutes.
That smells spicy. Holy shit. I don't know what's in there. It smells spicy, though.
Gee.
I should hope so.
The spice of life. All right, no breaks. At least for, I mean, I don't know. Me and
Give
Jerry.
me a bottle.
What?
Give me a piss bottle.
Do you need to go that bad?
No, I'll just go rogue anyway.
You'll just go Joe Rogan? What?
No, yeah, when I need to go pee, I'll just get up and...
That's fine.
It's where we don't follow protocol here. We have every man for himself.
Well, this is a real like podcast. We just do it live.
I don't know how people do like 2-hour podcasts and they don't go to the bathroom.
Right?
I guess they just don't drink anything.
Catheters. I hope not, but who the fuck knows, man?
I might need to get fingered by my doctor.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like when I drink water, I pee a lot.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's because you're
would think
drinking
so.
water.
Yeah, but I mean, I can watch y'all drink stuff. You know, I don't go to the bathroom every like 15 minutes.
My guy, I don't consume water.
I don't drink enough water personally.
All right, fair enough, I guess.
I was like, you're talking to people who don't drink water. I
I
literally
need
don't
to drink water. I have a real big problem with not drinking enough.
Same. I mean, at least I drink sodas. There's water in it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I guess it's better than not intaking anything into your body at all.
Yeah, he's worse. He doesn't intake anything.
I just don't ever remember. I just don't feel thirsty.
Weird.
I'm always thirsty.
He's taking that. Which one are you on?
Manjaro.
Yeah. So the Manjaro just turns you into a zombie that doesn't need to eat or drink.
Well, it's the same thing on Ozempic. I just don't.
Mm.
Again, it's either one of them. Although Manjaro has much stronger effects. I just don't feel hungry and I just don't get thirsty.
I need to talk. To
I'll get headaches from not drinking water.
You should probably get headaches from not eating also.
Yeah,
Probably both.
Probably both.
I'm trying out some amount of like Ritalin now.
Nice.
I think it makes me even thirstier. On top of I'm already a thirsty boy.
He's thirsty like Lamborghini Mercy.
What?
Yeah, old fucking lyric. Old rap lyric.
Apparently, I have no idea. No.
You know that as a kid, I'd screech and claw my ears out anytime I heard rap.
No,
Because I was so into metal and hard rock. And I was just like, get that out of here.
I don't know about that because I know that you worked at a specific place that played a lot of rap.
I was a little older at that point.
Bro, I heard the
When
single.
you're a kid, you die on the weirdest hills.
Yeah, it's true.
I still like rock metal and all that, but no, I heard so much 2 Chainz while working at Coco. It's just every song 2 Chainz.
Well, yeah, but I'd be making fun of it a little bit.
Oh, I made the fucking fun of the 2 Chainz and all shit. all the
Also,
time.
there was this period of time where it's like if you're going around and you're in the I don't know, I guess I'll call it well, damn, that doxes the city. I don't know, the scene, the where everyone is at our place. There's a lot of leaning back on couches waiting for stuff to happen while rap music plays.
Huh?
Flattened against the couch, like the old commercials.
Oh yeah, the old
Becky did too many drugs.
one too many weeds.
I swear, bro was supposed to be here 30 minutes ago.
True. It's also people with poor time management.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Drugs don't help that.
No, not at all. So y'all are traveling to Japan in what, 6 weeks?
How many weeks? I don't know. Something.
I don't know, but
May.
Yeah, basically the beginning of May.
Yeah, beginning of May. Remember the beginning of May. I don't
That's
know.
all I've been thinking. Just like end of April, beginning of May.
Yeah.
Well, that's why. Oh yeah, you moved it. I was like, that's why I had the training vest and all the other stuff. Well, I got the protein.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna sit there, but then I was like, nah,
Heh.
busy over there.
All right.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, I'm getting ready. I'm kind of exercising and changing up my diet.
All right, we
There's a-
slapped down another of those Walmart TV dinner trays right there.
Right there.
Yeah, the ones that my whole room's built around.
Why we have that?
That's more. It's harder to get around.
It's true.
That's also more like sturdy for the multi-$100 items attached to it.
Well, you put the multi-$100 items on the TV dinner tray, and they kind of hold it down so it doesn't shake as much.
I like the nice solid glass table. I mean, it also looks kind of cool, to be honest.
It works.
I mean, I don't know. Glass has less HP or less defense or something.
I don't know.
I don't know,
Glass
man.
that
I
thick
think if you hit
doesn't.
somebody with this table, it would fucking hurt them a lot more than a fucking.
I don't even know if
That table could probably
break.
defeat me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I know that table over there can, the sheet of fucking glass on there.
Yeah.
As we moved it and it just cut into our hands even through gloves, and I was
All
like,
of us.
ouchie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of us at once.
Yeah,
Cutting into how many fingers at once can this cut through?
true. I mean, what, there was 4 of us moving it at once, right? I
At
think.
least 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
pretty sure it
at
was
least.
4.
I'm pretty sure it was 4 because it was like me, Nick,
However many we could
you,
fit.
you also, and maybe Cohen.
Maybe. It was
Maybe
as
5.
many people as we could find that had hands.
Shit's heavy. I mean,
Head hands.
it's true. They're special hands. They're specialized.
So yeah, I know y'all are going for Worlds.
He's doing it. Look at him.
he's
Look at him go.
going.
Escape.
So y'all are going to be spending, what, 2 weeks in Japan?
A week and some change, I think.
Hmm.
Me? I don't know. I might extend my time out. Yeah, yours is 2 weeks because you're staying longer than everyone else. By 2 days only, though. I might go a day early and leave a day later. I haven't decided. It depends on the rest of my plans. I may go to like another Asiatic country at the same time while I'm over there. Like I might leave a couple days early and then go to like
Go to Korea?
yeah, South Korea or Thailand or Philippines or something. Go visit, whoever, wherever.
You go to Seoul, go see the DMZ.
That'd be kind of cool.
Be like, there's North Korea.
And
And
then
they can be like, don't point.
and then I'll be like Johnny. What's his name?
Johnny Somali.
Yeah, I'll be like Johnny Somali.
I mean, his court case is going on right now. I'm following it.
I heard he was getting shit on in it. Obviously.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the thing too. So he's got charged with like a bunch of different like misdemeanors, and I think it's all just misdemeanors right now. Maybe one. I don't think anything's risen to like felony level.
Crazy. Well, yeah, because obvious. So like, yeah, he needs to get punished, but it's obvious he's doing it like as a bit, partially.
Yeah.
He
But
also
I mean,
might just be that retarded.
they have laws against what he's doing.
Yeah, 100%. But it doesn't like. He's a foreigner. Like there's a lot of different things that play into that.
I mean, I would be surprised if he gets less than 3 years
3 years in
in jail.
Korea?
Yeah.
Korean jail?
Yep.
Wonder what that's like.
Not good from what I understand, because he's gonna be put in Korean foreigner jail, which is worse than Korean regular jail. Because that's where they
Interesting.
shove the Chinese prisoners and everybody else.
Oh shit. He's gonna get. Oh, then he's gonna get social credit. He's gonna make friends with the Chinese, and then they're gonna accept him into China. And they're like, "Oh, you did what?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I talk shit, about the whole this thing and all that other stuff, call them like whores or
This,
whatever."
that, and the other, but
Yeah.
also his repping for North Korea.
Oh, bro, he might actually get Chinese social credit, and they might actually like, "Yo, when you get out with me, come to China. I got you." I mean, you never know. You make connections like that in prisons. That's a
I
thing.
suppose so, but they also probably don't speak English, and he does not know fucking Chinese.
If he's got 3 years, he's got plenty of time.
I suppose so.
Also, there's just certain things you convey with
I guess.
maybe I don't know.
Like I said, I think.
China. Some Chinese people know English,
Yeah, some do.
especially. I mean, if they're in Korea, maybe either that or Chinese spies, one of the two.
Maybe. And like I said, I think he'll probably get he'll get like 3 to 5 years on these charges. However, he has different court cases. Because there's this court case surrounding these like 5 charges for disturbing the peace with the rotten fish, for twerking on people, which apparently this is the first time the word twerking has been used in the Korean legal
That's
terms.
oh god, that feels bad.
The like harassing or assaulting or the elderly worker at the 7-Eleven and being a public nuisance there because he was drunk. He like fucking like yelled and cursed at an elderly worker at the 7-Eleven.
Why is he such a piece of shit?
That's his whole brand. His whole brand is I'm a shit human being and I'm going to do everything it takes to make the world know that.
Huh?
Because he went from Japan, where he was a
Yeah.
horrible person there,
Yep.
to Israel.
Where the Yakuza wanted to like beat the shit out of him,
Yes.
and they wanted to kill him, but they didn't. They let him go, which questionable, but yeah.
So yeah, he went from Japan to Israel, started some shit up in Israel, and Israel fucking cracked down on him quick, faster than anybody else. So he's like, I got to get the shit out of Dodge. And then he went to Korea.
Yeah, because in Israel they might just fucking kill you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They hold no mercy for anybody who's not an Israeli.
Well, also the law is the law there. Like they're real big on stuff.
Yeah.
Also,
So,
murder's an easy out for them.
I mean, they do it all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
So now he's in Korea and causing all the shit because he was twerking on these statues of comfort women.
Oh,
I think he muted.
Yeah, I think you're still muted, bud.
I remember now.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, he was twerking on these statues of comfort women. These statues are there to commemorate the women who were horribly sexually assaulted and raped by the Japanese during World War II. Because the Japanese during World War II did a lot of fucked up shit to both Koreans and Chinese.
Yeah, they really hated
I
them.
mean, they were on that team.
True.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Everyone did a lot of fucked up shit in World War II. World War II was honestly one of the kind of worst parts of humanity. One of like peak worst parts of humanity, actually.
yeah. So yeah. So yeah, he did that. He's being charged with those crimes for this. Like I said, he's gonna. I think reasonably 3 to 5 years. I think the maximum charges are 15 years, possibly. I don't think he's gonna get 15.
Probably not.
But the thing is too, again, this is just the one court case. He has another court case in a different district. The thing is too, and we have something similar here in America. But if he goes through this and gets accused and convicted of these crimes, then that means in this other court case in the other district, he'll be seen as a repeat offender, which means he'll get harsher sentencing because of it. Which means, yeah, he'll get 3 to 5 years here, and he'll get maybe.
Are you talking about how he got the extra charges added?
Well, no, these are he's got these extra charges added, which just came through yesterday.
Yeah, where he was like revealing information he wasn't supposed to on a live stream the night before court.
While he was getting drunk and taking shots that his chat was doing TTS payments for.
Wait,
So-
was he revealing information from the court?
Yeah, additional charges.
Like
I
he
think
doxed someone
state
and-
charges for. I think like I forget exactly what state charge it was.
Who did he dox?
I think it was a national security thing or something.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. He released some stuff I think relating to because the national security stuff. I thought that was just that he was like, oh, North Korea,
Well, that might have been it.
but
That's
the other thing was just like he leaked
Stupid.
more stuff about people that he wasn't supposed to. Something about people he was in contact with or something like that. I don't remember.
Maybe because
that's weird. It doesn't really make sense. But
being in Korea, there's all kinds of laws. Like seeing as he's a foreign national and doesn't have like a right and doesn't have like work papers, then technically he's not allowed to make money. So by
right.
doing these live streams and making money, he's breaking the law because he's not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, but he's making money in his home currency and his home tax accounts and everything.
Yeah, but he's working. He's making that money while working in South Korea.
He's working remotely.
Yeah, but that's what any YouTuber that does it. Like the laws, they're
Yeah, again,
that's
Yeah,
That's
I
what
haven't heard this
that's
argument.
the South
yet.
Korean interpretation is
right. Well, that's the throw the book at him and fucking like we could get you on this, but we're not. We'll get you on these other things.
I mean, I don't think they're charging him with those, but he's not supposed to.
Right, but again, that opens up like to whole like basically anybody that goes to South Korea would then be like, well, we're not going to fucking stream here or do anything. Like no influencer would want to go there because
I think it's specifically because he's under
it's because
under
it's a piece of
charges
shit.
and
Yeah.
different things. Like I'm sure
They're just trying
random
to
ass
fuck with
travel influencers. I'm sure that South Korea doesn't care about that.
No, 100%. They're just fucking with him to fuck with him because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
100%. I understand it. It's just it's bad though. It looks bad too because again, it looks bad.
I
to
guess
any
so, but
other
also
person.
I mean, these other countries have different laws and how they enforce them, and that's just
right.
when we go to these other places, we have to respect their laws because we're under their authority.
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, same thing with it's the other thing with like journalism too, because journalism would count. Kind of. And journalism is not protected everywhere, but most people generally accept journalism.
Also, journalists don't intentionally piss people off, and in the
Sometimes.
Johnny Somali sense.
In his sense, no, but sometimes yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They ask the hard
an
questions
investigative
that make
journalist
people
will
mad.
probably piss some people
Oh,
off.
100%.
But so yeah, so he's got that going on.
Yeah,
So-
which place did he get his ass beat? Was that Japan?
Yeah.
I believe he got beat.
So I remember the dude falling with the bottle, being like "Yamate."
That would be Japanese, yeah.
Yeah,
whooped
he
his
got his
ass.
ass
Which means
in
stop.
Japan.
By the way, I believe.
He also got beat up
That's
in
what I
South
remember.
Korea. Some folks came up and it started attacking him. I think he also got sucker punched in Israel. So
Nice.
I
needless
forgot
to-
about the Israel stuff. I don't remember anything about that trip.
he was in and out pretty quickly. He learned real quick not to fuck with the Israelis.
Yeah, he did a drive by there.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
'Cause I think he was in and out within 2 weeks, I want to say. So yeah. So I mean, what do y'all plan on doing while y'all are in Japan?
We don't fucking know. Oh, we're going to the Nintendo Museum. We have that.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
down
That's
for
gonna be
sure.
expensive.
Is it?
The bullet train is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Train's like it was $100 or something. I didn't
Like I
check.
said, I think it's like 200 or something.
Wasn't it something like it was like 121 way or something like that?
Probably. Honestly, maybe we should just take the fucking bus.
I mean,
It's a 2-hour drive,
Yeah.
I think, right? Or is it a
don't know.
2-hour ride with the train?
It's a
I think
2-hour
it's
ride
like a
with the
5-hour
train.
drive.
It's like an 8-hour bus.
Yeah, something like that. It was like basically all day.
Yeah.
I already looked at it. I didn't,
So we get an
I didn't
Uber.
truly look at this. I chat GPT looked at it, but
So I use my member perks and I get us like a personal bus and we just get personally Ubered over there for like
we just
$100
personally
bucks.
get 8-houred over there.
Right. That's the thing. It's an 8-hour trip over there.
Yeah, but it's cheaper. Everyone can tag in on that, and it could be a party bus probably.
Maybe.
We can just drink and hang out.
Yeah, I sign up for that with like MasterCard or whatever the fuck really quick and get the Discover card, get the 150,000 reward points.
Gotta get on my level.
Okay, so Tokyo to Osaka is
That's Kyoto, actually, specifically. The Nintendo Museum's in Kyoto.
I was trying to look at some Dojin events that were going on in Osaka right next there, but it's like the first one we arrive in Japan like a day too late because of how time travel works.
Yeah,
And then
we go into the future.
The
by
second
day.
one is like a day or two before we're going to be traveling over there. And it was like, I think that this one was
Where are they at? Are they at the Tokyo Convention Center?
no, they were in Osaka, I think.
Oh, are there any in Tokyo while we're there?
Well,
Look.
Osaka is I thought we were still talking about Kyoto.
No, we are. But I was asking if you looked for Tokyo since we're spending most of our time in
So
Tokyo.
I have like an account on a certain site that like follows circles and stuff like that. And that site's events that I had trouble translating were specifically the one we were going to miss. And then yeah, the other one. But the other one, I'm trying to remember which was which, because one was specifically Toho,
Oh yeah, you told me about
which
that.
neither of us really know shit about
Yeah.
other than the music.
I know of it.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
then the other is like independent well, it's all independent self-published, but it's like independent, like non-fan work. Like you're making your own series type published work.
Oh, so it's not a doujinshi in aspect. It's different.
Yeah, because Dojin just means self-published.
Yeah.
So it's self-published, self-created work instead
Yeah.
of like self-published fan art.
You know what we really need to go to Japan for? Like at some point, a Comic-Con, which is like their biggest
Yeah.
doujin and comic convention.
Hmm.
And that's in
I know
Tokyo.
some of the stuff I've been trying to get sold. Some of those.
Oh, so like a lot of the card sleeves and stuff for the card games, that all comes out of Comic-Con. Most of the boys go over there for that, and then they stock up and then come back with stuff and sell to
How
all the
fuck
normies.
often do they go there?
Yes. So a lot of the people we're going with go there a lot, or go there like multiple times a year.
Wow.
They don't make me money, and that's a good question.
Yeah, it's like
right.
I was
To
like,
be fair, one of these people also is the source of buying all of the money cards, like the thousands of dollars worth of cases. To be fair, everyone gives this person money, and so it's not their own. It's not their own money, but like we all split. Some people split cases and stuff. I don't know. That's a good question. But I mean, to be fair, the one guy that's going with us, that's with us specifically, that's not cheating, the other guy, Sergio, he works like 5 jobs. Shit you not. I don't know why.
he's on the grind.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's because each of them are part-time, I think.
So the shit Cohen could be doing.
Yeah, but this guy actually has like goals and aspirations. This guy runs his own card shop on the side and he's actually making money. He keeps asking me about
Jeez.
business advice and stuff.
Making money, but not enough money to not work 5 jobs.
I mean, no.
Well, how much is enough money?
That's a good
And
question.
not work 5 jobs?
I wouldn't work 5 jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he actually might be down to 1 or 2 now. I think he said he has one like primary one.
Yeah, and
now.
like what counts as working 5 jobs? Because there was a time where I could say I was working like 3 jobs because I was signed up for DoorDash and Waiter and
No, he was-
Field
he was-
Nation and Neutronics.
When he explained his schedule, he's like, I work this day at this place. I work this day at this place. I work night, and then I go to work night at this other place. And then I work the day at this place, another, later on in the week. I mean, he legit had multiple
It
jobs.
sounds like one of those people that is like uncomfortable in silence and just like filling
Hmm.
empty time.
Maybe. And then somehow he still finds time between all these jobs to have time off to go to each of these card events and vend. I didn't understand none of it. He
Maybe
works.
that's the
crazy.
min-max. He does all this working so he just go to Japan constantly.
Yeah.
guess so.
Well, he does all this working and they're all part time, so he could just fuck off probably. Because like if you're not important enough to get full time, you're not important enough to be like, I'm leaving. Bye.
I suppose that's true.
So, but yeah, he works a permanent one now. He says I think he says he's IT for somebody now. I forget what he's doing now.
Well, I was hoping
He
the
told
card
me.
shop would be permanent if he owns it.
Well, it is, but I mean, like that's not his job. That's a side hustle for most people.
The business that he himself owns is only the side hustle.
I mean, that's what it is for me too.
Yeah, but that's because your shit ain't doing well.
That's also true. But I mean, his isn't doing good enough either. It makes profit,
I
but
guess that's just
not
kind of how
enough.
it'd be.
Yeah, like until businesses take off to like a high capacity, you kind of the smart thing is to not pursue it that hard unless like you can get into it and then dive into it.
Is he
Like-
just having like a scaling issue or funding issue? I mean,
No, I'm not sure what it is. I haven't
just throw more money at the problem.
Well, I actually told him I was going to throw money at him. I was like, you sound like you know what you're doing. Because I saw the way he vended stuff too. And I was like, okay, you're not just some Joe Schmo, like full retard off the street like Cohen who just has an idea and then doesn't execute it well and doesn't stick to it. Like this guy sticks to it. And like I watched the way he worked. He was pretty official. He has, binders he sells from. He has like comps and stuff like that. But he still does the card trader thing. Well, he'll trade like for like, value for value, that sort of thing. But then I was also watching him make deals of buying out people's whole stock at like far lower value. And I was like, hey man, you seem like you know what you're doing. Like, I'll give you a few $1,000s, if I could just buy into your business and do the thing, like own part of it or whatever and take profit.
Mhm.
I'm cool with that. But yeah. And that's where all the
You didn't put enough
conversations
zeros on it or what?
no, we just never got further into that. And also, I had my other business failing horribly. Still does.
Right. So yeah, you're going to Kyoto to the Nintendo Museum
Yeah.
We're going to Tokyo.
and Tokyo.
Oh wait, Kyoto for the Nintendo Museum. That's right.
Yep.
We're mostly gonna be on the other side though, or the other region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be in Tokyo for like 90% of it because Kyoto's only at least. We also still have a plan for that.
90%, like one day, is a lot more than 10% of our trip.
Is it?
Well, if you're only gonna be there for like what 10 days,
Uh-huh.
then we're gonna be there for more than one day in Kyoto. So we're gonna be there like 20 or 30% of the trip,
Theoretically,
25%.
but nobody knows how long we want to stay. They say we want to make a weekend of it, but we have to be back that Monday to leave.
Also,
True.
travel times. It is 5.5 hours to Kyoto, or by train, 3 hours.
I think
That's not too
I think
bad.
the bullet train is 2 and some change.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's also slower trains you can take, but it doesn't save that much more money.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, we
The cost of train tickets, according to Google, was about, I think it said about 13 or 14,000 yen, so about $100-ish, at 90 something.
that's not too bad. We could roll the dice and see if we can get a Evangelion or one of the anime themed Shinkansens, which would be cool.
The what? Evangelion themed what?
Shinkansen, the bullet train.
Shinkansen?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
name of the bullet train.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Shinkansen. Yeah, Shinkansen.
Shinkansen.
There's different like cars in there. I don't know if they still
Yeah,
have it.
GPT was throwing all these words at me. I was like, GPT, how am I gonna remember any of this shit?
You don't have to because I will. But yeah, I still need to. That's the other thing too. When I go start like doing my daily walks, I'm gonna just start just jamming to Japanese music. I'm gonna start hard trying to learn Japanese harder than I've ever tried before. It's gonna be rough.
I mean, I'll be throwing out some konnichiwas.
My formal watashi wa.
Origato.
Fucking memes.
So yeah,
I just need to I just need to memorize a few pickup lines. I'm good.
I realized a lot of the Japanese words, whenever I like try to pronounce them, it feels like I'm trying to pronounce Spanish.
Yes. I have that problem with other languages too. Like I accidentally roll R's for things that don't need to be rolled. It happens a lot with Russian because Russian has like rolling in it for some reason. Russian and stuff like that. Not that I speak Russian or anything. Not very well. But
he's a Russian spy, confirmed.
No.
I think it's gonna be embarrassing because like, in order to like even like pronounce the words somewhat correctly, it's almost like you're memeing because it's like you have to like up your tone in a way.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, Tonzai. And it's like that's not how Jerry normally sounds.
Right.
Well, is Japanese one of those languages? I know, like with Chinese.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Whatever you're about to say, yes. The inflection of your voice
Yeah.
means
Right.
different things.
'Cause
Yes.
I hate that about Chinese, where you can say one word and it's literally 4 different words depending
Yeah,
on
but
your
isn't
intonation.
Chinese worse about that?
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely, way worse.
It's because the Chinese written language is like way more characters than the Japanese, and there's also
Yeah.
like multiple
There's
different
like
versions,
hundreds
and
of
then
them.
and there's multiple different dialects too, which is worse.
Yeah,
I always hear
mean,
everyone talk
Chinese,
about how many
Mandarin,
different
Cantonese,
Chineses there are, but all I ever see is people
traditional.
say, "Oh yeah, it's simplified."
yeah.
That's the whole
Simplified
point of
Chinese.
simplified
Yeah.
is that that's the standard, one of the most standard ones that everyone knows or should know.
So it's
They
like, yeah,
don't.
fuck all the other ones. Learn simplified.
And all the regional dialects.
Yeah, but it's cooler if you get the regional ones because like the regional people will love you more for it.
Yeah.
Nerd.
I don't know. I'm not. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
There's technically dialects also with Japanese too, regional dialects. We're going to Tokyo, so it doesn't matter. We're all the hoity.
There do be one
Funny
cute
people.
Chinese girl
Right.
where I work.
We'll learn Chinese because just lean into the spy, so that way she owns you. She honeypots you.
Dude, she gave me these treats from China like a couple days ago.
Oh shit, she
Where-
likes you.
They're like they're exactly like the pecans from where I like grew up. Except instead of being just like salty and dry, they're like 30% bigger and they're like sweet, but still like crunchy.
Hmm.
But they still look the outer shell looks different, but the inside looks like the same. Where it's like the crinkled brain, or at least that's what the insides of pecans always made me think of.
Right.
Sure.
They're good as fuck. I might even still have a few upstairs. I've been putting off eating them because I want to clean them out of my braces.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, did she give these to everyone or just you?
Just me, but I don't know. She might have shared some with some other people like on a different day.
Oh shit, this man can't see the signs.
She kind of did
Blind.
it like. Well, it was after I also helped her get into somewhere because she forgot her pass,
Oh, okay.
and she kept like apologizing and stuff. And then she came and gave me treats. I was like, cool.
Nice, nice.
And I kept being like, nah, that's cool.
Nah, babe, it's cool. I do it all the time.
Well, that's kind of what I was doing.
Yeah.
So you ready to go to Japan and me to just disappear into some love hotels?
Yeah, I'm pretty independent, so I'll shine brighter once you're off doing your thing.
What? Just all you have to do is drink. Which, by the way, that's probably what we're gonna do. Well,
I mean, that's
me
why,
and you,
That's
me and
why
you
I'm
might.
trying out these. That's why I'm trying out these sakes now, like the Snow Maiden.
You're just gonna end up at a freaking hostess club.
That'll be hilarious. No, so one of the things I have that I was showing him is like I got bar crawls and shit that we could like pay for, and some people just take us out. So that's another thing I want to say about most of these guys. I think most of these people won't drink because when I went to LA, nobody drank.
Hmm.
So it might just be me and you.
Yeah, they're like dedicated to just like being stereotype nerds.
I guess
Interesting.
I'm just there to hang out and have fun, which you know.
Yeah, I was like, that's
what
why
I did
That's kind
with-
of why I felt guilty about. Are there cats growling behind me?
No,
That's kind of why I felt. Oh no.
it was a car, I think.
I had slightly felt guilty about like not like planning any of this really and just being like, I'm gonna know like not shit about Japan and just go there anyway. Because I was like, man, I'm gonna be paying a lot of money to just go get drunk in a different GPS location.
But like that's
Fair.
the fun of traveling.
It'll be cool as fuck though.
That's what I'm saying. That's the fun of traveling.
like
And I think I'm condensing the amount of time I'll be there to like low because like a lot of times
We're
when
gonna
I
be there for a
travel-
few days,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, we'll
Right.
be there for a fucking long time.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think you
Like,
understand.
we'll have straight up full rest days where like we don't even leave the hotel other than like the local bar.
No, fuck you. I'm gonna make you get up. I'm gonna do that thing I did at the Fur Fest.
It's also 2 weeks, so like
being like, okay, David, it's 8 a.m.
it's not
We
just
got
I need
places
a
to go and
rest day
shit to
from
do.
walking around. We're gonna have days where we're gonna be like, bro, you see how much I spent yesterday?
Doesn't matter.
No, I
It
won't
doesn't matter
stop.
to me.
I won't stop.
Credit cards.
I'll keep going.
I was telling David, I was like, so what's to stop me from signing up for all these credit cards that just mailed me?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah. I did, however, warn him to just chain them, like for the 0% interest.
No,
Like
yeah,
I
that's
was
what I'm gonna
doing.
do now. I'm gonna just balance
Mhm.
transfer.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Oh,
shit,
that's
the amount of fucking balance transfer deals I
Yeah,
get.
goddamn Chase card running out of my intro 0% APR right after I get braces for $7,000.
To be fair, that's on you. I did tell you to do that better. I did try to help you.
I'm a balance transfer. It's fine.
Well, I mean, now you are, yeah.
I mean, even if you don't have intro balance transfers, you can still get them. I know
He has intro.
Discover's emailing me to be like, hey, you want to get 12 months, 0 interest balance transfer? Just
That's
4%
actually,
fees.
that's his intro. He's got an intro, I think 18 month or 12 month, but with also 0%.
Yeah, like one of the 7
transfer.
letters we looked at said that on the outside.
Yep.
The rest I haven't opened and actually read the terms.
Right.
Shit, my Discover card that I balance transferred like a disgusting amount of money for the shop onto is like 2 years of 0%.
God damn.
Yeah, it's either 24 or 28 months.
I didn't know they went that far.
That's what I said. And then I took it. And was
the
like,
Chase
all right.
one was 18, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took.
Yeah. I've had
It's
some.
funny how we just like talk about this. And it's like, yeah, I mean, all you gotta do is not fuck up.
True.
But there's people I talk to online, like in the furry discords and stuff, where they're just like, I don't trust myself with a credit card. Like,
And that's the kind of
I can't
person
get a
that
credit
probably
card.
shouldn't have one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, what about emergencies? I'm like, they're good for emergencies, bro. Just keep it. And it's like,
That's true.
I mean, some
Well-
people just aren't credit card people.
Well, also people that don't trust themselves with credit cards are kind of also better for credit cards because they'll pay attention. But there's people
No, they're worse. If they don't trust themselves, that means
Well,
they're more likely to go over and incur interest.
The
well,
which is
problem
good for
I
us.
didn't trust myself in the beginning.
It's good for us because
But I
people
also
who
knew
incur
better.
interest are what pays for our points.
the problem is someone that doesn't trust themselves, and then like eventually it's the floodgates opening. Because like
Mhm.
remember Little Boy, he
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
spend money on anything when he got here, and like he had the credit card, and he's like, you know. And then like as soon as he like
free
bought
money.
a computer, it's like he just started spending money on everything afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I put all my money and like maxed my credit card or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's like they're
Although it was
know.
just a like, there wasn't much on that credit. It was just like an intro micro center credit.
well, he
card.
maxed it out almost with the car,
With the original thing, but
computer
he's making
purchases.
payments.
Right.
Yeah.
Part
Well,
of the
that's
problem
thing,
too.
He found out he actually had a lot of leeway left on that card because of all the payments he made.
Right.
He's like, I'm gonna go buy a mesh router so I can actually use my computer.
Also, it's not the worst idea if that is the problem. It just isn't the problem, probably.
Probably.
The real answer, he just needs one of us to go take a look because he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, it's like I can tell him something and he'll understand, and then 2 sentences later he'll stop understanding. And he'll be like, "Oh God," like when I'm like, "All right, check this box in that adapter," and he checks it, and he's like, "Oh, that just made me lose internet." I'm like, oh, "Okay, well, uncheck that box, go to the other adapter, and check that box." And he's like, "All right, let me go grab it." I'm like, "No, not the USB stick. The other. I literally just had you go into this adapter's icon to click this button. Now go click properties on the one that's right next to it."
Yeah. He's in that category of knows enough to like
Knows enough to be
be a
dangerous.
problem and cause his own problems, and not enough to fix any of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the
He
thing.
knows enough to where he's heard all the words before. So I'll see him talk to another person like Cohen who also doesn't know shit, and they'll just be saying like these strings of words where I'm like, you don't know what any of this means.
No.
'Cause that's not like something I would believe.
And this is why I never sent them on Field Nation jobs.
Right. I mean,
That
definitely.
was the whole thing where Nick would get mad at you. He's like, you're not sending me on these jobs, and you'd be like, because I don't fucking trust you on these jobs. You haven't
Mhm.
proved any of this shit to me.
Yeah, that's the thing too. A lot of people with credit cards, especially a lot of younger folks, you see it in Gen Z a lot. They have just taken credit cards, and because Gen Z is incredibly pessimistic about the future, they're just blowing them. They're just like, well, I know I'm not going to have a retirement, or I know such and such is going to bad shit's going to happen. Thus forth, why should I worry about
That's
it?
not pessimism. That's apathy.
It's
That's
It's-
like
it's-
another
it's-
step.
It's pessimism still, but also the real answer is: are they wrong? I don't think so. Honestly, I
mean,
still
if-
have
I think
preparations
it
for
could
the
be
you're
a
not about to, if
self-fulfilling
you're not about to get
prophecy.
a,
I mean, it's gonna happen. I look at okay.
if you're not about to get a car loan or a home loan,
these people are never going to get
You don't
home
need
loans,
credit.
Jerry.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're never.
yeah, that's what's like. Go ahead, destroy your credit. I guess Cohen's been getting by with it.
Cohen never had credit.
Yeah, because he nuked it.
He didn't even do it
That's
on.
the meme.
He did it on semi-purpose, but not really. It's funny because all he needs is a secured card, and he could be better.
Yeah.
But other problem is him and the other little boy, like they're just not mentally fit enough to control their own money. I guess
There's something wrong with them boys.
100%.
That
Like-
boy ain't right.
Like it's a mentality thing. And unfortunately, they're the kind of people that will stay poor forever because they can't think any other way.
Well, it's also part of the thing too, especially with the rise of the buy now, pay laters. I mean, you see them with Klarna and everybody else.
Bro, every time fucking Cohen sees a computer bill or something, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it for $50 a month." I'm like, "Yeah, for 24 months."
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that? And he's like, "Yeah." And then goes, 5 months without a job.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's definitely because the thing too. If you look at like credit card debt and like the buy now, pay now later debt and etc. for our generation and Gen Z and such, the levels of both amount of credit card debt and percentage of people who hold debt are far higher than previous generations.
I mean, I have a shit ton of debt currently. Well, so do you too.
Yeah, so do I. But I mean, it's not like I had. I mean, my debt is like home repairs and shit.
I have like
Doesn't matter.
$10,000 of debt, not including my car.
Okay, so we're all in like double digits of debt.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, I've got like.
Well, I got a car, so I'm double digits no matter what.
Well, so the car I don't count.
I don't count that either.
I mean, like credit card, like and stuff.
I mean, yeah, I got like
7,000
24K
on
in debt.
Chase, then like 800 on my real credit card and 1,000 on my Amazon credit card.
Shit, I've
I'm
got
pretty close
I've
to
got like
1,000.
I've got like $6,000 on my business card.
I've got 10 on one, 10 on another, and then everything else is revolving. What?
Nah, that's fine for like your price bracket. For me, I'd be like, fuck.
Right.
Well, I mean, shit, even I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, same. I'm just like, god damn.
It's hard to pay off thousands.
Yeah. Especially because
Well, they're all 0% interest, thankfully. So the only problem is like the one that's not 0% interest anymore because I fucked up and missed a payment on the American Express. It's revolving. So like I have to make sure I pay it off every month or else I get fucked violently by all the interest.
I really love when I get one of my cards down to like 1,000, and then as soon as I get my paycheck, I just go,
yeah,
and just slap the card down to 0. And it's like,
feels good.
Gonna be a little bit of cheaper fast food these 2 weeks, but got that card taken care of, and then I buy a $2,000 server. That was the start of the downfall. I was actually kind of debt free.
Right. Well, I mean, now I just dropped
the car.
I just dropped like $800 to rent this car tomorrow. That's going to be here tomorrow for the next week. But to be fair, half of that's getting reimbursed, or not half, like $50 a day is getting reimbursed by my insurance.
I was winding up to grill you so hard when I got home that day, and I hadn't seen your Kia in like a year.
More, probably.
So like, I just saw the back of the Kia, and I was like, that ain't no Ferrari. You kept talking about all these supercars you're gonna bring home. I was like, they stuck him with whoever the fuck that is. And then I walked around the front and I didn't see a Actually, the moment I saw that the bumper was like punched inward, I was like, yeah. Because I started to get suspicious. Like, maybe it's. He said something about a Kia, and I got out, immediately saw the bumper, and I was like, it's that Kia. And then I saw there was nothing in the windshield, like no registration.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that it was missing a license plate.
Yeah, the front plate wasn't there either. And yeah, like I told Kenneth and I told you earlier, I got pulled over this week with it. And none of these were problems. It's not registered in our state. I didn't have a front license plate, which you also have to have in our state. No, I got stopped for speeding in a zone where I'm still fairly certain I wasn't. I was speeding technically like 2 miles per hour above it.
Yeah, from what you told me, you were in the not speeding area.
100%. I think he was talking completely out of his ass.
From kind of like that Lucky Charms gas station to the racetrack is like 50.
It's 50. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I told him. That's where he whipped around me. He was like, I got you going 50. And I'm like, are you? I looked at him. I was like, are you sure? He's like,
if you came 50 from the ECM, then like, you know.
No, I wasn't. That's what I said. I was stopped there at the ECM whenever he was already inside of me, like waiting to light me up.
I don't even know if you can hit 50 in that Kia before it turns 50.
So actually, that's the surprising part. I can. It goes really fast. I'm very surprised.
That one's not turboed, is it?
No.
No eco turbo?
No. It's actually relatively quick. When I was driving it, I was like, oh, that's neat.
Is it at least 2 liter?
Yeah, it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's not bad.
Cause I remember when I drove that non-turboed version of my old turbo Cruise. I thought it was broken.
To be fair, that was American. Also, I think that was like a 1.4 or something. Like that thing is dog shit.
Well, I think it was the 1.8 version, maybe.
Was it?
Because the 1.4 is turboed.
Oh, yeah, but it was dog shit though.
It was.
That's
why I thought it was broken.
Ew, it was so bad.
Especially because it was my exact car, just without a turbo in it.
And it was monumentally
like-
worse.
Dave, I don't know how to tell you there's something wrong with this car.
The only thing is, it was monumentally better in reliability because the Ecotechs
Well,
are bad. It didn't leak or anything.
I did have to pull over on the highway.
Well, okay, we still don't know what
the gas station for you to give me some coolant.
we still don't know what the fuck that was. To be fair, it wasn't the car's fault.
No,
It was probably somebody else's
Whoever
fault.
owns it now's problem.
I still don't think it was a problem. It held fluid the whole time.
The
It never
coolant had
leaked.
to. It didn't get siphoned out. It had to have gone somewhere.
So I have a theory about that. Because they're all salvage vehicles, it could have been worked on at a shop and they could have drained it and replaced the radiator for like whatever damage in the front. But then it got totaled out because it hit like a number, because that's how the totaling works. If it's at a shop and it hits a number, then they just go, all right, we're going to cut our losses. Fuck you. You know, it's not getting any more work done. It like 100%. There's like a bunch of half-built cars on there sometimes too.
All right, so maybe it never got filled up because we never saw it leak coolant.
No, it never leaked.
It held after we filled it up.
Yep, not like your car. Your car fucking violently puked everywhere.
Not coolant.
Oil?
Well,
Question
wait,
mark?
wait.
Something. It leaked way more than oil.
No, yeah, it would magic the coolant because the coolant wouldn't be on the road, but it wouldn't be in the tank after a while either. So something was happening to that coolant
Right.
in that cruise.
That was fucking Ford. Not Ford. Chevy Ecotech's bad.
I mean, I feel like even the Impala, I used to have to top up the coolant every once in a while, but that kind of just... Did I fix it or did it fix itself?
It still leaks oil.
The
slightly.
Impala's magic. It just kind of fixes itself after a while.
It's probably
I
all
told Cohen
the dirt and the
to
seals.
look into the oil on the Impala. I think I checked the dipstick and it didn't look too bad.
I'll say you checked it yourself, because if you told him to do it, there's no fucking way he
I
did
didn't
it.
check it. I don't know how long it's been. All I know is it's not black as night. It's like, it's some dirty oil, but it's not like I need to change this.
By the way, pro
Or
tip.
maybe it was. I don't know. At least I checked it and it wasn't low because that's what I was mostly. Wait, yeah, it was. Because then I went and grabbed the oil out of the back of his trunk and poured some in.
Oh, that's right. By the way, pro tip: if you ever get to the point where you start changing your own oil in your Kia, it'll probably turn black like within 2,000 miles.
It's turboed, of course it will.
Yeah.
Every turboed car, the oil immediately turns black.
Yeah, nobody understands that. It's real bad. You can't judge based on color.
Yeah,
You can only judge based on when there's sparkly bits in it, and then you're just like, maybe I should change it sooner.
that's pretty bad.
Yeah. One of the first oil changes with my car, I had some sparkles in it, and I was like, I don't like this. There was some on the magnetic plug on it, but a very small amount. Like, I just rubbed it all off with a towel and whatever, and it was super thin. So I was like, I guess this isn't really a problem. It's not great, but it is whatever. I just kind of shrugged it off and kept going. Because what the fuck else am I going to do?
Right.
Part of me feels like I should go change the oil in his Impala.
No.
Just because it's like, I mean, well, I don't have to take him to work if his Impala isn't broken
That's true.
that I legally still own.
That's because he hasn't title transferred.
He's just
right?
too stupid to do the title transfer. He probably lost the paper. If I go ask him, he's probably not going to have it. I mean, he's at work right now, right?
Yeah.
For two,
Until-
2 more hours?
Yeah.
1.5 more hours?
Yeah. What? Yeah. All I used to do is take the title.
Because I went and filled out all the paperwork and shoved it in his chest. And I was like, as soon as you have money, we're going to go turn this in so I don't get in trouble if you do something stupid.
and then he
Right.
didn't.
Yeah, and then that never happened.
You know, you could just sign a paper saying you sold it, and that's up to
I
him.
think I already
That's true.
did.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
So, like, the fact that my insurance company let me continue...
They don't care who owns it. That's a difference.
Yeah, I told them, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sell it. So instead of telling I'm insuring it because my roommate's an idiot because I didn't want them to like charge me more.
Right. Well, did you add him as a driver?
No.
Well, then there you go. Yeah, just don't tell him. It's you're insured.
I'm
by
like, what
you.
happens if he crashes into someone?
Nothing. It's still so the weird part about insurance is technically they'll be re-scree about it because he was driving it. However, the way the state looks at it is the vehicle itself is insured, and that's the part that matters. I don't know what level of insurance you have on it.
I need to revisit that if I'm gonna let him keep using it because she was like, "Are you sure you don't want this something?" And I was like, "Yeah." It might have been like the bodily injury or no, it was something.
No, you have to have a minimum in Texas for
Whatever the minimum is, that's what he's driving around with.
yeah,
It's like
it might
30,000,
yeah, 60, 30.
30.
Well, not the number. There was like some other thing she wanted to tack on. I was like, that will not be necessary.
Like
Probably
it-
comprehensive instead of collision or collision. You might have him just literally on what's called liability, which is just.
Yeah, I think it's literally liability. I don't even think he has collision.
Yeah, that's the most
Yeah.
basic.
That's super basic, bro. Half of the stuff I have won't even let me like go to liability. I was trying to put liability on that to just drive it like for 2 days while I was at the shop, which turned into whatever it did. So it's actually proper on my insurance, which raised my insurance by $100 a month almost. I think it was like 60, 70. It kind of sucks. A piece of shit. Yeah, I say it's a piece of shit. It's not that bad, especially now that I bent the bumper. You need to go look at it tomorrow or something, and you'll see where I was like, I grabbed it with channel locks, just fucking yanking on it, because every time I hit a bump wrong, where I think it dipped down, actually no, when it bumped up.
Which car are we talking about?
It's the Kia.
Yeah.
When it bumped up, the tire would hit the inside of the wheel well, the part that was still like dangling out, and would scrape the wheel. Like you'll look at the sidewall.
Bro, you need to rotate your tires.
That thing needs way
Bro, do you
more
need to
than
rotate your rims?
Bro, that needs more than that. It really just needs that whole side panel.
I haven't am I the asshole question.
Sure, you are, but
Except it's something I haven't done yet.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Can I be the asshole?
Okay.
So, for one, I think insuring the Impala with Cohen on it is like $34 or something like that.
That's incredibly cheap.
Right?
Yeah, it's insane. So I told him to give me, like, obviously I wasn't transparent. I was just like, give me $40 a month.
Right.
So I was like, and it's like, I was originally gonna not let him like keep using it for a while. And I was kind of telling him like, oh, I guess if you keep giving me $40 a month, and I don't explicitly say I'm canceling it, then you can just like kind of rely on it. He's like, your insurance is so cheap. What if I give you $60 a month to just keep using it? And I was like, I didn't say yes, but I was like, God damn, how much were they gonna charge you? But I kind of want to be
100
like, because I'm kind of worried about like what he can do to my premiums by driving my car around.
I mean, if he gets into an accident,
car.
some
It's
humans
only
are
if he
gonna
gets
go
into
up.
an accident, yeah.
It's Cohen.
I mean, he already lost a mirror,
Yeah, he did already lose a mirror on it.
but also,
That was when he was on his insurance, and I don't even think it went to insurance.
hell no, because you have to report it.
Yeah,
And
Right.
also, just don't report something that small. Anyway, who cares?
especially since I guess the other guy was at fault.
I don't know.
Theoretically, I don't
That's
know.
what he said. I don't
I
know.
wasn't there.
I wasn't there either.
I kind of do want to be like, come on, give me $60.
I mean, if see what it costs to put him as a driver on your insurance, and then see.
That sounds suspicious as hell, though, to call him and be like, hey, in theory,
It's called
what
a
would it-
quote.
Yeah.
And people do that shit all the time.
Yeah, you can easily just do it on your phone. Just boom.
Yeah, you can also do it on your phone, probably. I don't know who
The
you have.
problem is that insurance companies are already opaque about why they increase your premiums, which
True.
they increase quite frequently.
Yeah, you don't have to
So I
talk
feel
with
like
anybody.
inquiring about if I can
No.
add another person and then not liking the cost and not taking it. Oh, that's so weird. My insurance went up by another 30% again.
No, unlikely. As the guy who constantly quoted out all of his cards, put them on, and then removed them, the only reason they went up was because after the year they reviewed that I was putting stuff on and taking it off. But the whole time when you run a quote, it doesn't change anything. It shows you what it could be. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but they did call you and be like, give us all this money now.
No, that was at the end of it all. That was also after the chart got stolen. There's a lot of different things that
Yeah, but I don't
happened.
want to. You're saying that's at the end of the at all. That's because you're saying there's no consequences. You just quit that insurance company, don't pay them, and get a lawyer. I'm like, I don't want to leave my insurance company though.
I didn't say
As I
any
say,
of those
he hasn't
things.
got a lawyer.
That's what he did. I
No?
remember. That was your old insurance company. That's why you don't use that company anymore.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? When I was trying to get the Kia insured, Progressive actually offered me the lowest rate, and I was going to go back to them.
They
And they didn't ding my account or anything. Like I went all the way through
weren't
the
like,
sign-up.
wait a minute.
That's what I thought they were going to do. But they sold the debt off to a private company, which then I think they reached out to a private company because I started getting more calls from them again. The really sketchy agency that I don't care about.
That reminds me of a weird phishing attack that I've been having at work. Not my phone, but the weird work phone that we use for virtually nothing.
Is it tolls?
No. Wait,
Okay.
what?
That's a big one going around. Fake tolls.
No, it's just the phone receives a phone call roughly every 30 minutes
The fuck?
since 2 days ago, and it's from a different number every single time. It's like the second day I was looking at it, I was like, what the fuck? And there was like 31 unique phone numbers that called me not exactly 30 minutes apart, but roughly 30 minutes apart. Like around the 30-minute mark of each.
Very strange.
That's extreme, even for me. I get spam daily, but that's pretty bad.
And before I realized like how reoccurring this was, I like answered the second one. I was like, "Hello, CDS," and like they didn't say anything for like 5 seconds, so I just hung up. It's like I don't just sit there and wait till they hang up. If no one says anything like within the first few seconds, I'm like, probably a robot, and I just hang up.
Damn, the Chinese are targeting their own now.
No, it's the Russians.
It's usually Indians and stuff, to be fair, but yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking annoying call scammer.
I'm just like, I don't even know like what the goal is.
It's to supposedly for those the blank calls
Is to collect voice.
It's to get your
frames?
voice saying something and then reroute the call using your number you just answered from to somebody using that hello as the intro and then going into their bot spiel.
They're not gonna get much mileage out of my voice.
I mean, yeah.
Because people would be like, "What? Who's this child calling me?"
Hello.
Yeah. That or also just building a composite voice.
Yeah, or they're trying to make people's voices into
That way they can go
AI.
after your grandparents and be like, "Grandma, I'm in jail. You gotta give somebody
I don't know who I
$2,000."
am.
All my grandparents yeah, they do.
I think I'm
Also,
Michael
yeah,
or Miguel. Or there's some Mexican guy who owned the phone before our company,
Mm.
and then I guess I don't know what shady way our company got this phone, but I get like all kinds of fucking messages for like the guy that used to have it.
well, it's not shady. That's just how that happens. Shit,
I think this guy just gives the phone number like anytime he needs to do anything.
100%.
And I think that's why I'm getting like this weird phishing attack now. I think it's probably something to do with he just gave the number to like someone really bad now.
Right.
Doesn't surprise me. I mean, hell, somebody could have just picked a random number.
True.
And I'm like, I don't know.
I also feel
My
like one of
company's
our
stupid.
friends is giving out like my number, kind of like how Preston used to be a meme and do that. Probably, he said he did stuff like
He would
that.
say it. I never saw him do it.
Yeah, but I get spammed a lot for somebody who doesn't use their number for a lot of things, which is annoying.
I've gotten to a point where I receive almost no spam calls.
I wish I could say the same. I get at least 1 to 2 a day,
Mhm.
bro. Every time I go to check my voicemail, like somebody could leave me a voicemail and I don't check it ever because the notification's permanently on my phone. The other day,
I always check the voicemail because those are the only ones that aren't spam.
they're all spam
For me.
for me. Like 2 weeks ago, I checked my voicemail for the first time in like a month. And it's like 30 unheard voicemails, and I was like, "It fucking
How's
excuse
that
me."
bitch not
That's pretty bad.
full?
That was a good question. The Spectrum phone is full at like 10, which is annoying.
Yeah, that's a nice thing too. Having the Pixel, Google has like the call scammer detection.
Yeah, my phone detects all it, and
Yeah.
it doesn't stop
like-
them from leaving a voicemail.
So
It just goes
Yeah,
straight
even
to
the Mint
voicemail.
Mobile phone at work will say scam likely when we're getting phishing attacks.
yeah, but the thing is too is like it'll like come up and be like, "Hey, this is the Google virtual assistant talking. State who you are and like what's the reason for calling."
You can
That's
also
kinda
choose to
poggers.
do that. That's also just a service that I think they offer.
That's cool.
Some other services do that too. It's called call screening. You can just get that for anything,
Yeah,
but it's not going to help. I guess it would help my voicemail problem.
because it does filter out a lot of calls.
Mm.
And
Yeah. Google, I get spammed on Google Voice as well now. The new Google Voice number I picked up was somebody who was, I guess, deep in debt and like, this is a personal blah blah for fucking this dude's name, and I'm like, sucks to suck. I should answer that one day and be like, hey, he doesn't have this number anymore.
he's dead.
Pass on.
What?
I was just thinking about the work one I have where it's like some Mexican dude's name.
Oh,
I've actually gotten like text messages from like people that know him of like some shirtless dude in front of the TV with like some sports game going on. I think this was around the Super Bowl or whatever.
huh.
And they're like asking him something in Spanish. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. At least it's not like a dick pic or something.
Right.
That would be hilarious.
I don't
actually,
think this man received dick pics.
bro, at some point in Austin when I had my phone,
I love that whenever I would get messages on that phone number that said, "Are you coming into work today?"
Should just say
I'd be
no.
like, no. Yeah, I'd be like, I am not who you think I am.
No, I'd be like,
yeah, just
nope.
meme it. I'm not who you think I am. I'm actually a secret government agent.
I'm actually a secret Chinese spy.
Right?
Ta-ta-ta.
Yeah. Well, I said secret government agent. I didn't say for which government.
Oh.
Oh, but yeah. No, I have no idea. that I don't know. That stuff's annoying. And fuck spam callers. Fuck robocallers.
Speaking of spam calls, Jim Browning recently covered there was a major spam call center in India
Yeah.
that was taken out.
Good. Fuck them.
It was apparently run by the
Missile.
Chinese.
That makes sense.
But no, this building was like huge. Like there was like apartments in the building. There was a whole like doctor's office in the building with like MRIs and fucking
Not
X-ray.
a call center.
equipment.
It's
If you're-
a call metro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's the company would
Like-
like you to stay.
Exactly.
The company owns
The
you.
whole building. I assume it's Chinese mafia. But
What is their version of mafia called?
the triad. Yeah.
That is correct.
So yeah, it was a whole thing. And it was just they took it down. It was wild. Apparently they had to call in like so many other freaking police agencies because they had captured so many people. It was like 100-something people or more that were picked up in this raid.
We're at capacity.
Yeah. It was a whole affair.
Every time one of these goes down, like that's how this happens. There's a lot of big raids that happen. Problem is, most of the time, local
Just
governments
dropped
don't
the
do
country's
enough.
GDP.
True. Yeah, most of the time they don't do anything because everyone's paying everyone off. Fuck is that?
This motherfucker over here has like a nice little like squishy button he can press to mute himself. And me over here have to fumble and make all these noises in the mic as I try to
Right.
press this one without shaking anything.
Bro, I don't even
easy.
have a button. Also, you could just swing the shirt out of the way. It's off rejection is so good. Except I think I can hear
That thing.
Yes.
If I move this thing like an inch, it goes. Or at least it did earlier. Whenever like the connection was loose, like every single like tiny touch on this,
Yeah, you can't even hear me tapping on this.
I heard myself just like barely poke this a second
No,
ago.
that's why these boom arms are really good. I like them.
This
That's why I
one
use
isn't.
it. Those are okay. Those are for you guys, the poors. I don't know. Also, nobody else would have bought them, so.
Yeah, I'm not a real podcaster, so I just use whatever's here.
Right. Well, I mean,
I mean,
you
it's
are,
not like
you
these
are
ones
now.
terribly expensive. I think this was like 34.
No, yeah.
It's not crazy
Yeah,
expensive.
but
Might
there's
buy my
no
own
way to put these over there. We'd have to get like a proper,
I
better.
might buy
music
some
player.
mods for this boy just for comfort because
I think you should, yeah.
I'm not a real podcaster, but it's fun to just hang out down here and like shit talk.
You keep saying you're not a real podcaster. You're like
I was gonna say, we're on episode
you're like
10.
8 episodes in or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
We're not real.
He's
Once we hit
contributing.
past 22, we're better than 90% of the population.
And that's where we stop.
Yeah.
So
We get an achievement that it has a glow around it and it says 10% of players have this. And we're like, that's good enough.
right, we've achieved it. Steam achievements.
Yep.
I mean, I'm simple enough to where I kind of go, ah, every time I see like the little glowing achievements in the game I'm playing.
Right?
Eric is too simple.
Like in Armored Core 6 where I have the S rank every mission in the game.
Also,
Nice.
this
Which
sweet and sour sauce tastes really close to Lambo Walks.
Oh.
It's just a weird orange color for some reason. Tastes good
Oh.
though. What was that about?
Yeah, people just over here eating.
Yeah, I know.
Well, yeah.
Just casually. So I'm excited to be going to Boston at the end of May.
Again? Was it that good? Wait. No, I was the one that went to Boston.
You went to
As I say, you went to Boston, but I'm going to Boston. Since you went to Boston, did you go anywhere, see anything?
I was
no.
working.
You're working, damn.
I can tell you it's not easy to walk.
Really?
They have some walking paths, which are kind of like ghetto, but are pretty cool. Like, they're cool to me because we grew up in a place where, like, it was ghetto and you couldn't walk anywhere, but this
Right.
place has, like, the bridges over highways and stuff
Ah.
like that.
Well, were you in like downtown Boston or just outer skirts?
We were right. Our hotel was right next to the airport,
Oh, yeah.
and the building we were working in was, I guess, in the middle of historic Boston, because, like, literally across the street from the building we were working in was the site of the Boston Massacre.
Oh.
So yeah, whenever you're there sightseeing and you go to the Boston Massacre site, turn and point at the Chase building and be like, that's where he was.
What about the was it also the Boston Marathon bombing?
I don't know. I don't know where that was.
It was somewhere downtown, I thought.
He
We
is
watched
somewhere.
the whole movie about it.
We did.
You can go down the alleyway behind those buildings where the Dunkin' Donuts is, and you can see the people that are riding their. There were some people riding something. I can't remember
Can you see
what it
dead people?
was.
Is this the Sixth Sense?
The what?
Sixth Sense? Sixth Sense?
Of
Have you
what?
ever seen that? It's an old movie.
I
With Bruce
probably,
Willis.
but I
Haley
think you're talking
Joel.
about a movie that's like 30 years old or like 25 years old. So I don't
It's in
know.
our timeline.
Yeah, I was like,
It was like early 2000s.
this is
Yeah.
this as a movie title is something I remember from my earliest memories,
Yeah, it's a Bruce Willis movie.
which I don't know anything about that, but
As I say, it wasn't a Bruce Willis movie.
Yeah, the Sixth Sense had Bruce Willis in it. It's one of his first
I think
movies.
they were riding bikes through these crowded alleyways that had tons of people walking through them, and they were like doing wheelies on the bike and going down the entire path of people walking like on wheelies. I was like, these people are gonna kill someone. And there's like cars like at the ends of the alley and stuff like that of this commercial alleyway. But yeah, if you go to the alley that's closest to that Chase building by the Boston Massacre, you can get Dunkin' Donuts where I got Dunkin'
Get dunked
Donuts.
on.
Okay, all right, I'll admit it.
I was just like, nope.
So yeah, I'm going there on the 31st because they're having the Witcher 3 concert is happening. It is one night, and it is only in Boston, only 2 showings in all of North America.
So 1, damn. 2, but are they gonna have special lore that no one else knows?
I probably.
Oh, so
I assume it's going to be like the Nier Automata where it went through everything. It's going to be,
Oh,
it's a
shit.
whole thing.
oh, you did go with us to
Yes,
that,
I
didn't
did.
you?
Yes, Jerry, we were all
He's the
there.
only
You
other.
never talk about Nier.
Well, it's because I never played
He-
Nier.
he didn't-
I did enjoy the concert.
He-
It was
He only went for the classical music.
So
thing.
this guy knows Nier lore that actual Nier fans don't even know.
True.
'Cause he went to a concert that had exclusive lore that continues the story of Nier Automata.
that is true.
Speaking of which, they're doing another Nier concert. It's going to be piano only, I think,
Oh.
sometime.
Does it continue the story that continued the story of Nier Automata?
I don't think it does. I think it's just a thing.
Hmm.
Although I like piano, so I might
'Cause
go.
they did leave it as a here's even more story coming up.
That's true.
The way the concert ended.
Right. I was like, ooh, neat.
So yeah, so I'm excited to go see that. That's happening at the Colonial Theater in Boston. So I've got seats like 4 rows in, basically center of the theater.
When
Nice.
he was doing the hand motions, I was going to be like, I've got seats. I've got the best,
best
seats
seats.
for the best view.
4 rows in from the back or 4 rows
From the front.
back from the front?
Yeah. So row 4.
Is this seats where you have to be like?
I
Or
hope
is it
not.
like-
They didn't have a preview.
I feel like I don't remember exactly, but I feel like we were in like kind of the perfect spot for
Mhm.
the Nier concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we virtualized that.
As I say, we had
We
the virtual
saw it.
picture thing, so we
Oh,
could see.
okay.
Yeah.
But this theater didn't have that, so I'm just like, I mean, it's right there, and it's not, I didn't might be too close, but not too far. So I'm just like, okay, row 4, row 5, yeah, right about there.
Oh, you down to go watch anime on IMAX?
Oh yeah, that's happening
In Japan?
No, here.
here.
Princess Mononoke. In a week or 2.
Yeah.
Technically, I don't think I've seen that.
Probably not.
Mm.
I own it.
It's a Ghibli, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I've only seen a few Ghiblis. And-
Fuck.
And you know that I actually have I've kind of been so in a way I kind of feel like I've been rebuilding my life from like the lack of memories of like the first half of my life,
Memory is the key.
because there's a lot of things I actually remember that you told me years ago that I did years ago. So it's like there was this period of time where I actually just like can't remember anything, and then you and Preston told me enough stuff to where I can piece together what actually happened while I was alive for that period of time. And I don't, and somehow this relates to I've probably seen a few Studio Ghibli films, but the only one that I've seen within this period of time that I consider lucid was Your Name. Not actually, Your Name is the name of another movie now, but the one where she tries to get her name,
Oh,
the most famous one.
Spirited Away.
Yeah,
Yeah, Spirited Away.
And I think we did watch this other weird one that was like, I think it was Studio Ghibli, was it? But it was like
Probably.
set in modern times, and she was like some streamer.
Uh,
They were in the Digimon VR world, basically.
That might have been Belle, and that
Yeah, because it was like Beauty and the Beast, but like not.
Yeah, that's not a Ghibli film. I don't think it's another one of the other dudes that does really good work. So Your Name is one of those that's on Netflix. It's really good.
I
There's
don't know if
Whisker
I've
Away.
seen that. I don't.
I haven't seen it. They're all on our list to watch, but I haven't seen any of
I
them.
don't think I've even seen Howl's Moving Castle.
it's a good
That's
movie.
Ghibli. That's a good one.
But yeah, I know that's Ghibli
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
because it's the other one I hear everyone mention other than Spirited Away.
Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle. What is it? Princess Mononoke.
What was the one with the dragon?
The what?
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't there a Studio Ghibli movie with it was like a
Haku?
maybe?
That's still
No,
That's
it's
still
just-
Spirited
Kuro?
Away.
huh?
What wasn't Kuro Haku?
Yeah, I guess.
Kuro's OC is based on a dragon from some movie. I think it was Spirited Away. I think
It looks
he's
it
Haku.
looks very much like Haku, at least color
Because
scheme
I
and
actually
everything.
took a picture of Haku and I took his chicken legs and I put them on Kuro's OC and posted that into his Discord.
Ha.
Nice.
But yeah,
Because Haku's like a noodle dragon,
yes.
Mhm.
but Kuro's like the
wyvern.
normal furry like anthropomorphic dragon.
Right.
But I took the noodle dragon like chicken legs and claws and I put them on Kuro's actual, normal anthro-person dragon.
Mhm.
And I posted that cursed image into his Discord.
Nice.
It's actually pinned, I think.
But what were you saying? You're saying something about a dragon.
I thought it's probably the same thing. It's,
Unless you're thinking of any
The
of the
dragon
other...
that gets cut up by a bunch of pieces of paper and it bleeds a whole bunch.
I think yeah, it probably is just
That's Spirited Away, then.
I just heard it.
It's a, like you said, it's a wispy dragon. It's a wyvern, I think, technically, but whatever. Same thing.
Wyvern? I wouldn't call it a wyvern.
A wyvern.
Wyverns look like normal dragons, but their arms and their wings are combined together.
I think for Japanese, it's a wyvern, though.
I wouldn't know.
Or a spirit dragon.
I mean, there's Eastern. I mean, it's Eastern and Western dragons.
So would you call Shenron a wyvern?
Shenron is, I guess, because he's long and lanky. Yeah, I guess so. Even though he has like
I've
a
never
full
heard them
form.
call him a wyvern.
I mean, I would just call it a dragon.
It's
versus
just
a
called
wyvern.
Dragon Ball.
But it's an Eastern style dragon.
Dragon Ball Z.
Right. Yeah, but the difference with dragons is wyverns, there's dragons, there's, I think, two other ones I'm not familiar with.
Are basilisks part of that too?
Do what?
Basilisks are snakes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Snick. But yeah, I don't know. But there's a couple other Ghibli films that are really good that I really like. I can't remember their names, which sucks. I think Nausicaa of the Valley of the Winds one.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the future one I really like with the robots. That's not Howl's Moving Castle. Yeah, no, I can't remember. That's the one where they're flying airships and shit. Super cool.
Mm. I mean, and of course, there's always the classic My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah, I never saw Totoro. It was too cutesy for me.
I
Couldn't do
think
it.
I did a
Same with
million years
Ponyo.
ago, but I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I couldn't watch either of those.
It would have been in the period of time that I don't remember anything.
True, which is a lot of your life, apparently.
Do I just have amnesia?
No, you have probably had, well, obviously you had mental issues. You had definitely some sort of psychosis, 100%. But beyond that,
I remember stuff from that period of time, though. That's actually that's not where I started remembering things. I kind of remember most things starting from like my freshman year of high school. Actually, maybe I remember some stuff from junior high, like half of it. And then my freshman year of high school, I kind of remember all of it going forward.
probably has to do with all that medicine you were on as a kid.
I don't remember
there was a time
anything-
where you weren't on it for a long time.
That's high school.
Well, I thought I thought in junior high and intermediate you weren't on the medicine. I never watched you take it anymore. I know you were in elementary, 100%. Oh, you were heavily medicated in elementary.
I don't remember ever stopping the medicine until high school.
I don't remember you
There was
ever
a thing
taking
where
it.
my mom was kind of like, "You're old enough to where like you can stop taking this," I guess.
Weird. I don't know. Yeah, if you had to take medicine all the time, then it'll do it.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
You were less of a zombie as a not caught child, though. Like when you were in junior high and stuff.
I had a lot of energy in junior high. I had to be taken on walks by a counselor. That wasn't for energy though. That was for anger.
Mm.
I had those too.
There's people that probably can't imagine how strong my anger issues were when I was younger.
Mm.
I think me and you both had extreme anger issues.
Had? Question mark?
Well, we don't show it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not as bad anymore. I
It's like we're still humans. We still get mad sometimes. Like,
oh yeah.
I still travel in traffic. I'm like, oh, so that guy is a retard, and I'll just be like getting pissed off at people in traffic. But it's like,
That's different.
don't-
That's understandable.
yeah,
Who doesn't
Well-
get mad at traffic in the metro?
I mean, I still sometimes get like blinding rage. It's
I
not.
feel like I used to get tard
Very few.
rage when I was younger.
I guess basically, yeah. But yeah, I haven't been that angry since I stopped playing League of Legends. That's where like I'm fairly certain I got.
I don't count yelling at video games.
I still yell at video games
I was
sometimes.
talking about like
Right.
real life, like school and social stuff.
Well, it's all the same. Anger is still anger, no matter how you tap into
Anger
it.
leads to hate.
There you go, Bassett. Oh God.
Fair.
No, to be honest, I've thought about this before. As much as I'm like a good guy, I guess, or like
Are
I
you
choose
good?
all the good guy options in video games,
No, you fucking don't.
I would have become a Sith based on the rules of Star Wars.
Hmm.
Because if you're training to be a Jedi, but you have doubts or like insecurities, you will end up somehow becoming Sith.
That's bullshit.
That's just the Star Wars rules.
Yeah, the Star Wars lore of like what makes a Jedi, what makes Sith, and then gray Jedi.
I was gonna say, there's great Jedi.
Well, I don't know. That's kind of newer lore. That's like the past
No, it's
15
original.
years.
It's still original.
I don't.
Is it?
The gray Jedi's technically
Gray
have always
Jedi's is
existed.
like that PlayStation 3 or 2 game, isn't it?
Which one?
I don't think any of this stuff came out until like that game where you're like
Knights of the Old Republic.
no, where you're like some Sith dude's apprentice.
Oh,
Force Unleashed?
Yeah,
No, it's way before then.
way before
Gray
that.
Jedi's existed way before
I
then.
never heard of anyone playing as like Sith but not Sith until that game.
Well, it's because you're more Jedi than Sith, technically.
Okay,
You're just a
that's
dude with
really
normal, like, everything. You're not retard stunted, basically, which is what Jedis are. Because, you can't have attachments or whatever, which is absolute stupidity. Especially for the human condition.
right.
It's damn near impossible. Sir, I love how you got all the silverware and just kind of threw it over there outside of my reach.
Well, it was over there.
I was looking around for it and I was like, what the fuck? It's like I can't eat my food. Also,
Can't be helped.
I just want to point out this is what the sweet and sour chicken looks like. It's so random.
As I say, yeah.
It's full of, for the kids at home, it's full of fucking bell peppers and
But also, look at it
carrots and
too.
onions
It
and
doesn't
stuff.
have that like stereotypical Chinese, like the smooth dip batter coating.
Correct. It's got, I mean, it's still fried. It's
Yeah.
just weird looking as I just like face fuck the mic with my mouth. Not that anybody can hear it because, again, these mics are good and they don't pick that shit up.
Right.
Nice. It's also, it's that, I think the pineapple in there too.
Why is there so much pineapple everywhere?
I don't know. There's none in that.
Right.
In my honey chicken.
I should hope not.
I don't know. Honey chicken would be pretty fire with some pineapple.
I guess.
It's all sweet. It all works together. Oh.
Then it feels like it's more.
Hawaiian?
Yeah, exactly.
No. Pineapple doesn't always make it Hawaiian. but
Yes, it
you're,
does.
You're kind of right. So as far as like Chinese foods and stuff go, like a lot of it all combines together. It's just Pan Asian, I guess.
Well, that is the thing too. It's like Chinese here isn't Chinese. It's Chinese. It's Vietnamese. It's everything else under the sun. Because it's just like you said. It's a fucking merge and mix of different.
Are you Chinese or Japanese? I'm Laotian. I know you're from the ocean. Yes. So are you Chinese or Japanese? Bro, I channel because we're playing Americans in Enlisted right now. I keep channeling Cotton so hard with like the intense racist shit I say about the Japanese when we play against them. I can because I don't care. But also, a lot of the old Japanese like racism stuff is funny to me. Can't say it for, legal reasons. I mean, call them Japs, which is just short for Japanese, but I think that's also a racial term. I'm not sure.
Probably. There's like people referring to things as Oriental.
What? Is that racist?
Yes.
But
Like you can refer to like Oriental rugs, but
maybe if you say
You're muted.
You're muted. You're always muted. Okay, you were saying?
I was say maybe if you say the Orient.
Yeah, but the Orient
even
is a.
that's
So the Orient is a
It's the region. I
Oh,
think.
so now
region.
it's fine then though.
See, that's what I'm
The
saying.
Oriental is bad.
yeah. Orientals. The
I
term
disagree.
is not considered. Again, I'm not saying it. I'm not.
I also
I'm making
disagree.
the rules. I'm just
I don't.
saying
I don't think anyone considers that racist.
that
Somebody does.
calling things Oriental.
All right, I'll bring in a fourth member of the podcast.
Oh god.
Hey Google, is the term Oriental considered possibly racist?
Yes, the term Oriental is widely considered outdated and potentially racist, especially when used to refer to people.
Is
Here's
this
a
getting
breakdown.
filtered?
Historical context.
It's getting
The term
picked up.
has roots in colonialism, where Oriental was
Okay, but this guy wasn't on my side, so he's getting muted now. Okay, yeah, apparently that's racist.
So again, like I said,
No, it said it may be.
Well, it said the first word was yes.
it's widely considered outdated and potentially racist, particularly when used to refer to
Yeah,
people.
potentially.
Used the historical context. The terms has root in colonialism, where Oriental was used by Westerners to describe people of
God, guys, we
cultures
keep dropping the O bomb.
of East
There's gonna be so
Asia,
many dying Master Chiefs.
creating an us versus them mentality, portraying.
I ain't fixing it.
Angels are losing their wings right now, Kenneth.
Damn, I need to keep saying it more. Then bring it down. I'm going to tear heaven down. But throughout history, it has been used in a derogatory and discriminatory ways. Many people of Asian descent find the term Oriental offensive. Can also feel it as dehumanizing and perpetuate stereotypes. So while it may be used in some contexts like Oriental rugs, it's used to describe people is strongly discouraged. Instead, Asian or Asian Americans, referring to Asian Americans, is generally the preferred and more respectful terms.
Well, I learned something today.
Again,
We all did.
I already knew this.
We all learned this today.
It's just, it doesn't even sound insulting.
It's just like one of my favorite black ones. The funny one. Actually, there's a bunch of racist like black slurs that are funny sounding. I'm not gonna say them for
Mhm.
because I don't want to have to blur them out later.
Yeah, we're not clerks. We can't get away with it.
I mean, he could press the button and I could just say them and it'll be funny. But no.
I guess so, but then we'll be deaf because that shit.
Do we really need the most obvious cut right here? No.
No, I didn't mean that button. I meant the mark button.
Yeah, exactly. There'd just be a cut. And it would be like, I wonder what happened.
Exactly.
All right.
Nobody will know.
So those guys.
Oh God, no! Let me just get ready with the bleep. I don't have earphones in. I can bleep and y'all may go to.
If you press that button, I don't hear Master Chief screaming in my ear, then I'm going to be gravely disappointed.
No, it's the bleep sound.
It's the loudest
Okay.
fuck bleep sound. that will
It's the
deafen you.
generic bleep. Almost like.
Oh, good.
Got him.
God damn it.
Those are funny words.
While we're skipping this whole section right here, hey David, are you gonna mute? Are you gonna mute Cohen calling me the nigga chin?
You see, I don't remember.
Because he didn't say the nigga chin. Like, at least what I heard straight up was just nigga chin.
No, definitely. That's why I reiterated negachin. We might be able to get away with it.
No, he just said nigga chin.
There's nothing wrong with nigga.
There's not. So people here understand, but people up north don't have black people, but they all crucify themselves for black people. So it's the same thing as how normal progressive people make trans people look bad. We're like, we get it down here because all the black people live down here.
Well,
It's
also we get it
fine.
because we grew up in a predominantly ghetto
Yes.
place.
We grew up with black people, so we understand.
Right.
But
That's
up
right.
north,
That's why
they
when we
don't
say
have
black and
people.
around, we know what we mean.
Yeah, up north they don't have black people, so they're the people that will call us racist for saying things that black people would agree with.
Probably. Or black people would be like, they're racist because they're not black. And they'll be like, nah.
Like I could describe to people like where we grew up, just go watch a TV series called The Boondocks, and that's basically where we grew up. Like I don't know where is that series actually based? Isn't it based up north? Because it really feels like down south, to be honest.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it's based in the suburbs of Chicago.
It's definitely somewhere. The creators of it, I forgot where they're from. Really, I wish they'd make more Boondocks. This shit's great.
And I'm not even just talking about like the black gentlemen in the show. I mean, like straight up, like even the white people in that show act like the people down here.
100%.
Like the wanksters.
Mm-hmm.
Where does the animated TV series The Boondocks take place?
You made yourself on purpose, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chicago. Well,
Huh.
Chicago's kind of the south of the north, to be honest.
Called it. It makes sense.
I mean, it's
where they
not a
live
lot
is a
of
very
racial
upscale
stuff.
area.
Right.
Yeah, because I've been to Chicago and I ain't never seen anywhere in Chicago that looked like that.
Well, Chicago's huge,
Yeah, to be honest, because I've been to 2 different parts of Chicago and they were completely different.
right?
So I've been to like Wrigley Stadium and the
Oh, you actually went to
areas around
Wrigley
there.
Stadium finally?
Nice.
Yeah, the first time I went to Chicago was with my parents when I was a kid.
Oh, I thought you were talking about in the recent memory where you actually remembered it. But I guess you remembered that?
No, I remember that. That's kind of like a big event.
That's right, because your stepdad was a Cubs fan, wasn't he?
Also, keep in mind, the entire time I knew Kurt was around junior high age. So that's around where like my consciousness comes back into like memory.
Yeah, but earlier you were saying it's permanently memory at high school. Before then, you don't remember a lot.
I was saying I'm missing a lot before then. But there's a lot of stuff before high school that if you were pressed and tell me, it like unlocks the memory. And it's core memory unlocked.
Yeah. But also, not a lot does not mean nothing.
It's true.
Like obviously
Why is
going
there
to
a
Chicago
butthole
is
right
something
here?
I remember. Huh?
There's a butthole piece of chicken. I'm trying to fish it out to show everybody. But yeah, here, Kenneth, look at that. It's
Yeah.
just it's a butthole chicken.
And
Either,
it's shrimp.
either that or shrimp. Yeah, I was going to say.
I think it's just shrimp.
It's funny, though. It makes a little butthole.
There you go. You got some surf and turf.
Yeah. This is pretty good, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate it.
So yeah, I think I still need to get hotels and flights there to Boston.
When are you going to Boston?
The weekend of the 31st of May.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
When we get back, basically.
yeah. Gotta
A
be
little bit after.
Yeah, a little bit after, because that's whenever the most useful person at my work with. The Mr. Michael, the Puerto Rican guy, he put in his resignation
No shit.
for May, but like luckily it's May after we get back. And I'm like,
Nice.
God damn it.
I mean, it's still going to suck. once
Whoever
you
we get to replace him is probably going to be way more way less useful than him.
Probably.
He was the most competent person I've had on like my shift block.
Hey, you know who needs a job?
No. If I bring in Cohen, I'll just
failed
have more
once.
work.
True.
Yeah, and he already lost, so I don't have to worry about it.
We try Little Boy this time.
No. Little boy can't get along with anybody, and my boss is someone that's hard to get along with.
Yeah, it's true.
Listen, if he can make it past the interview, that's it. Also, if he just doesn't see your boss, there's not a problem.
No, because he has to write emails to the boss.
Yeah, but how dumb can he be?
This guy's been fired from so many jobs, and they're all on the premise of him being an asshole. For lack of a better like explanation of what they say.
One is for violating policy.
The policy of what? Pissing off your managers?
The Jimmy John's one, where he couldn't complete one of his trainings. They were
Right.
too busy working him and stuff, apparently.
That
Which I'd believe.
No, I would just be like, if someone told me that I had to complete a training thing, I'd just be like, okay, if you say so.
I mean, that's
Have
true.
fun with the orders, and I'd go complete it.
Right. Well, that's the thing is, he was told to complete, from my knowledge and understanding, he was told to do those, but they kept, the manager directly kept assigning him to do work instead inside of doing the training. Which is plausible for how busy they get.
Yeah.
It's plausible. It's just one of those things where it's like, if I
And they kept saying
if
that they
I
wouldn't-
didn't know Little Boy, I'd immediately believe everything he said. But after so many jobs in a row, I'm like, it's like Hope, an individual we know named Hope, not like my belief in Little Boy.
These are the same thing.
They're both bad. I realized that she's basically like a lolcow.
What? What?
Hope.
What does that mean?
You don't know the term lolcow?
Never heard of it.
Like Kiwi Farms and stuff?
Nope. Can't think of say I remember. But she's in jail right
So
now.
lolcow, yeah, I know. Lolcow is a term that describes people like Christian or other people where they literally can't go anywhere without causing issues and it becoming like a big deal that everyone around them hears about.
Interesting.
Well, it's like everyone on the internet knows every single bad thing Chris Chan does, and it's not because Chris Chan wants everyone to know every bad thing he does. He's just a lolcow. He can't not be in the news. He can't not do stuff that's so stupid that everyone hears about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Or she or whatever. I don't know. I haven't followed any of the chronicles of Chris Chan.
Right.
I just hear their name a lot.
It's just certain people have drama.
Or are the drama?
There are
Hers
people
is
who
self-inflicted.
there are people who come across drama, and then there's lolcows. There are people that have to create drama everywhere they go.
Like
Yeah,
Jonas
hers is
Solly.
create drama. There's other people though that just have like their whatever their luck.
Oh, like their
status is
shadow, where it's
negative.
like he just has bad luck.
Right, and I don't understand it. Like it's real bad. One of the girl I lost my virginity to is the same way. Her life's doing better now, which is good.
That's good,
Mhm.
I guess.
Well, we're at 2 hours.
I was about to say, dating me is a good luck charm. 'Cause after they break up with me, they always get married.
Oof. So that
That's
was,
not necessarily good luck, by the way.
you just really put in
I guess
perspective
for
what they're
most of
looking
them
for.
so far, it was sort of. For the ones that did get married, I guess.
Didn't she already have a kid? The most recent one? Before you were
Most
dating?
recent.
Mhm.
Are you talking about the goth girl?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, she's had at least one kid
At least one.
No, I meant, didn't she have a kid when you were dating, or was that after?
after.
But she
'Cause
didn't
we
get
dated
married.
in high school, and that's when I lost my virginity. And then
Right.
we became close friends again several years after high school, and that's whenever she had a kid.
Was she married at the time?
No.
Well, there you go. So
I mean, I probably should have kept her at that point.
let's reiterate for everybody at home: modern dating sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For anybody with a reasonable amount of brain activity.
Yeah, if you're young and you still got some options, like some things can be worked out. I kind of want to say that because that's how women. If you're a guy, some things can be worked out. If you're a woman, dump his ass. No, because that's kind of how it goes, right?
I mean, that
Like,
is kind of how it
the
goes.
women stay in relationships they shouldn't, and the guys drop relationships they shouldn't. I should have married at least like two of the people that I dated, and now I look.
and then you
back,
immediately
like,
then
I'm
gotten
so
divorced
fucked.
years later.
Right? You might have gotten divorced. You never know.
Statistically,
but-
you're likely to.
Maybe.
I mean, shit. My cousin met a girl in basic, had a kid who already had a kid.
First of all, that's the first problem.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So hold
A lot
on.
of those people, it's like they're kind of with crazy people, though.
Yeah.
Like a few of the people that I look back, I'm like, I should have stayed with them. I'm like, man, those people are still completely normal, and like things would probably be fine if I would have made it that far.
Yeah, but it also, you have to put in perspective too with your life. You wouldn't be where you are now. You would be down there, stuck down there, doing the same shit day after day.
That's true too. Up here, the possibilities are endless.
Well, they're better, for sure. So that's one of those things when you think about...
Yeah, if you live in a pit, you really should just move somewhere better.
Yeah, I mean,
It's so much freedom.
remember all the time you'd hear from all the fucking people when we were going to high school with be like, I'm gonna move out of this town and leave this place. What are those fuckers still doing? They're still down there. They're still in that same place. They ain't progressed any. Hell, shit. My mom.
Well, that's because they're
Did Shane
people
ever
like
move?
Cohen. Who?
Did Shane ever move?
No.
Is Shane still alive?
Yeah, she's still.
Is she? He?
Yeah.
She's still-
Yeah.
she-
Sorry.
Oh, he. Yeah.
He's still alive. He's still down there. Last I saw.
Is he? I don't...
I haven't heard shit from
I haven't
him
seen
in
anything on
ages.
Facebook, actually.
I haven't
Maybe
checked
not.
more recently.
I
but
think I saw like a big like them being, I want to say dramatic, like in a diminutive way, but I saw like
No, they're always dramatic. They're always a problem. They're like hope.
There's
Let's be
like-
realistic.
they're a better Hope though, like way better.
I don't... I know a lot of things, friend.
I respect
the answer
them
is
more
no.
than Hope at least.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's so funny because my mom will be like, "Yeah, I met such and such. You know, somebody's mom at Walmart or something, and she's telling me how her kid still works at Walmart and lives at home."
Who? What?
My mom, like from people who we went to high school with, who are still living at home, still working at Walmart, haven't progressed anywhere, and I'm just like, Jesus fuck.
That's because everyone you work with at Walmart, as I worked at Walmart, were just lifers. We had a term for that.
Yeah.
Everyone that was like, I'm not going to get out of, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to do
It's
better.
gonna be 3 years, just 2 years, I'll be gone.
Yeah. And I look at him, I'm like, that guy's going to be a lifer. And it was fun to see other lifers would be like, one of us. Everyone, that was actually one of the memes. All the older people would look at me like, so you're going to leave here probably pretty soon, go do something with your life? I was like, I don't know, maybe. And they're just like, no, you're not going to stay here. You're not one of the people that stays here. I'm like,
Maybe they
yeah.
just deleted their Facebook
That's what I was saying. I don't think I see any of their information.
because I typed in Shane and I just see nothing.
Since we're all going to Facebook, I guess.
There was also a weird thing for a while. That's what I'm saying. Like Shane was on my friend, but not more.
Oh, well.
Right. Who knows, man? Who knows?
right.
A lot of crazy shit happens.
He was crazy, so that's fair.
Mhm. Lots of random Shanes that I apparently have one mutual friend with, but
Huh?
oh, for fuck's sakes, the goddamn Facebook with their stupid green line leaning into bullshit alpha dumb. I'm sure you might have seen this. You know, the dumb shit where they put lines on people to be like, if he's leaning forward, he's submissive, or the angle of attack, or whatever, based upon.
I've never seen
I know what
that in
you're
my life.
talking about, but I've never seen that on Facebook.
I've never
My
seen that in my
God.
Yeah, I know.
life.
Here's
I've never even
posted that?
heard
Did
of
he
that.
post that himself?
no. This is just some random. I just searched for Shane, and this just randomly came up for whoever the hell Shane Gillis is.
Shane Gillis?
Yes.
You don't know who Shane Gillis is?
I mean, I've heard the name, but I don't know. I don't no.
I am double negative. I haven't heard the name and I don't know who that
It's
is.
some sort of semi-famous person that's
Bitch, you don't know who they
there
are.
was some sketchy stuff. No, I mean I've heard the name and there's jokes about them. I know of their existence, but I don't know why.
But yeah, green line theory. Apparently,
Right.
Facebook fucking just I don't know is so much shit. That's why I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah, it's the comedian and actor guy. That person. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a relatively famous person.
Has Trixie been here the entire time?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's been asleep and then unasleep. Fat.
It's always funny. She just hangs out wherever people are talking.
She just do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why it's like, I swear she gets like mad at me if I'm quiet on the PC and then I don't refresh whatever YouTube videos are playing and the room's silent for too long, she'll come up to me and start yelling like it's too boring in here. That happens a lot whenever I'm trying to draw. I'll be too focused and I won't like start another YouTube video. Because I usually need background noise. I maybe brainwashed her into getting used to background noise too.
Oh, neat. I got an update to my global entry stuff.
Oh, nice. That's fast.
Yep, it's they introduced additional methods for completing my enrollment interview. I guess that means I have to do my enrollment interview, or this is just telling me this. Apparently, I can go complete my whatever the thing is, the interview at location on the day of leaving, coming back in, which is neat.
Is the thing you can do. I generally don't leave it up to that.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
So it's just an email saying that, which is funny. Yeah, Japan. So I'm ready to go get my anime guy glasses. I still might try to get those sooner rather than later.
I just realized I'm gonna come in another country.
Are you?
Well, I mean,
Are you just gonna fucking jork it in the bathroom?
there's no way I'm not gonna jork it in 2 weeks.
Right?
I don't know. Okay, everyone. I thought I was bad. But when I'm out with people, I'm okay.
You gotta have goals in life.
Okay, so first of all, coming to Japan is definitely a goal. Don't get me wrong.
Presumably, you're like going to have your own rooms, right?
Hell no. We're all going to be staying. You saw all those fucking things. We're going to be nuts to butts on every bed.
Yeah,
Not those kind of nuts.
No, literally probably nuts to butts.
No, because, you know.
Well, don't come on each other, but like your
That's a
balls
nut.
are going to touch. Yeah, I'm talking about balls, though. It's the same thing, but different.
Sure, same but different.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like all the places you saw where the beds are literally just all connected in a room.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Those some of the bedrooms were.
Damn, I do need to get those reward points so I just get my own like room in the same hotel.
That's actually another problem. I think we're staying in a house instead of a hotel, which is fine. That's also a lot better.
Nothing's in stone.
That's what I'm saying. That's the other problem. Nothing's in stone because nobody fucking nobody.
So yeah, I'm never gonna travel with these people independent.
So my sort of friend, but also like person I don't know that well, Aki, he said that I should probably get a hotel ahead of time because lots of Americans want to travel to Japan.
I mean, yeah, our economic power there is so fucking strong.
Yeah, but the real answer is everything is still open.
If my economic power is so strong, then I'll find somewhere I can stay in every night.
No. We'll never have a problem finding someplace. I'll do the rich white guy thing and call up my concierge and be like, "Find me a place."
Well,
We
my thing
get
is
that. So.
Absolutely.
The only thing that makes me not want to travel like between hotels a lot is just that I'm probably gonna have a lot of luggage, and like it seems like it's probably really packed in the transit in Japan.
Yes.
And I don't want like
absolutely. They shove. You've seen
my
those
giant
videos.
backpack and then my like double suitcase behind me, like getting in everyone's
Fucking
way.
train
They
people
don't-
shove people in. They
don't-
pack them in.
They don't do that on the Shinkansen though. I don't think.
No.
Shinkansen has like
Shinkansen
real
is too
seats.
costly to.
They're
Yeah.
not
that.
for $120.
The Shinkansen is basically a ground-based airplane.
But the regular plane. Oh yeah, or the regular
regular
fucking
trains.
train. They'll just
It only depends on if they're busy too, though.
white gloves shove them in.
Yep. It's not always that way. Apparently.
Not always, but yeah. During
Sometimes it can be.
mornings, rush hour.
Also, we're going
That would make me
through.
frowny face.
We're going during Golden Week, or one of those weeks. So
Question
like
mark?
there'll be nothing. It's where nothing happens. Nothing's
damn
going
it.
on.
Right.
Isn't that bad though?
Yes.
Yes. It's good for us because we just go walk around and go do stuff.
We could go look at stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, how many places will be closed?
It depends on what kind of places we're looking for.
I mean, I was about to say that sounds
Aki
like
will still be
like
open.
Labor Day or something. Like, yeah, Labor Day. There's not gonna be a lot of traffic. Oh, everything's closed.
Yeah, but not the stores and stuff we're gonna go to. The only things might be closed, maybe like fancy places. I don't know. It depends on what we're all gonna go see.
I mean, which week is it? Wait, what? Is it a whole week?
I think so.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Google Golden Week, Japan Golden Week.
When is Japan Golden Week?
According to the information I found, Japan's Golden Week in 2025 will primarily occur from April 29th to May 5th. However, because of how the holidays fall in 2025, Greenery Day falling on a Sunday, the holiday will be observed on the following Monday, May 6th. So the holiday period will extend to May 6th. Here's a breakdown. It's a period with several national holidays clustered together. These holidays include
That's just the first weekend we're there.
29th,
Yeah, but the first weekend's when we're gonna be trying to do shit.
3rd, Greenery Day, May 4th,
We can't.
Children's Day, 5th.
Wait, me and you can go do stuff, and some of the other group can. But remember, cheating has to do his
Gemini.
thing.
Okay, yeah, Gemini, shut up. Okay, Gemini, no, Gemini, please, shut up. Oh my fucking god! Please, just stop. Okay, no, I'm talking. No, Gemini, Gemini, I'm talking. Okay, what do I need to ask it?
Nothing.
Something about. So we're gonna end up landing in Japan in Golden Week. Like, is everything gonna fucking be closed?
All right, so Golden Week is a pretty big deal in Japan. It's like their supersized holiday season, so yeah, things can get a little tricky. Lots of businesses and restaurants might have different hours or even close up shop for a few days. It's not a total shutdown, but definitely something to be aware of. Do you have any specific places you're hoping to check out?
Oh, there you go.
This could be mildly inconvenient.
Only for a few days.
I love it's like it's
All the
important.
way to the 6th. I mean,
yeah, and
leaving
it's-
on like the 14th, I think. But like,
You're leaving the 14th. We're leaving on the 12th.
I love it's like it's important to note that Golden Week's one of Japan's busiest travel periods, so expect crowds and higher prices if you plan to visit during that time.
Yeah.
this is what happens when you let, I guess, their group play. I mean, they should know better.
Well, remember, they're going because of an event.
Yeah.
They don't like cheating.
Wait.
Doesn't have a choice.
Why is their event in Golden Week?
Also, so when is this event going on exactly?
That weekend.
So there's no reason why they couldn't have front loaded this travel.
Who? What?
If so the event's happening
He's saying the
the
boys.
weekend that y'all are flying in. But I'm saying y'all are doing that and then doing things after that. Why couldn't you just front load it? Just instead of just do the 2 weeks and then at the end of it do the event and then fly out that Monday.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. Where they're doing everything that the first week. So like originally, we weren't supposed to get there that early. We were supposed to leave like I think Wednesday or Thursday, get there Friday day, and then Homeboy was supposed to do his thing Friday, sign up Friday day. Saturday day was the card game, and then if they go further, it leads into Sunday day. And so those days are counted for, right? Because we get the 2 days for travel, and he has the 2 days of gaming. The only thing not accounted for is the Monday, but what do you fucking do? And then the other rest of the days. Although we go to Kyoto, I think on the 8th or the 9th, I don't remember which day it is, for the Nintendo Museum. So we have those days to do stuff. But it's also not like we can't go walk around. Like a lot of us are going to go to Akihabara, which there's no fucking way Aki is going to be closed.
Right.
It's impossible. Or everything in Aki will be closed. It's just not going to happen. So
No tourist spot.
most of the stuff we're going to be doing, I think, should be open unless people want to go to like specific venues or something, which nobody's talked about.
Hey,
There's no plans. What?
are there so like? Do you think there'll be any like holiday like events to go to?
Probably.
You mean like
Fireworks or
festivals?
something?
because
I don't know, that'd be cool
on
to-
the different days that there were different like
It'd be cool to
They
go.
said there's gonna be multiple different holidays.
because
So
there's
it's
the
like maybe there's
tournament
like a
they
fourth
show
of
a day.
a 4th of Japan going on there or something.
There's Greenery Day.
That's on that Sunday. Or
There's a Sunday. But however, Monday is the recognized holiday day.
yeah, all I care about is there's a festival. Can we go get the anime festival experience in the middle of like the area?
Yeah, like we light some fucking candles and you eat them in the sky or whatever.
You can do that here, but
I don't know, but
it'd be cool to do it in Japan.
If I make a wish in America, it doesn't matter.
True.
God doesn't love us as much.
Yeah, well,
So
I want to go check out shrines and stuff. That's why I need to go get another camera. I don't.
So there's various local festivals, Matsuri. Many shrines and temples hold their own festivals during this period. You can often
Yes, that's the
Local
anime
Matsuris.
experience.
with parades, food stalls, and traditional performances.
Yeah, there you go. That's the anime experience. We just go to a
The
local
specific
It's like we got
events
some
like
plans.
the Meiji Jingu Spring Grand Festival. There's also events like the Niku Fest or Meat Festival.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah. There's also like many flower festivals held in parks because apparently that's also when flowers are blooming.
Meh.
Maybe this is why there's gonna be lots of crowds. I kind of feel bad, like all those foreigners are gonna go ruin their holidays.
But it's
by
our
crowding their
but it's
events.
our holiday too. We paid for the right to be there. What the fuck do you mean?
Right?
Listen, in fact, they might even be more graceful that we took our days off to travel across the land to their
Shut the
holidays.
fuck up.
No, I'm serious. It's a thing. They're like, you came to experience
love
the
when
culture of
I
Japan?
love when I'm gonna go have a holiday with people and then I can't enjoy it because it's like way too packed and I have to leave.
Yeah, but that's just how it is over there, too. Also, you're weird about that. You do the human cattle thing, which will be a lot of Japan, by the way. Get ready for that.
But it's human polite cattle.
It's human. They don't fucking say anything.
Right?
That's perfect.
There's public face and private face.
And then there's me. But yeah, I mean, no, we're just going to be weebs and Aki most of the time. I want to go find a good maid cafe, find a good
Damn,
maid
I forgot the
waifu.
Japanese for excuse me.
I don't know it off the top of my head. I need to learn all that stuff, like reasonable phrases. You want to practice? You want to like start flashcarding and learning
I'm kind
together?
of too embarrassed, but I have.
What do you
been
need?
I've been doing it a little bit with ChatGPT.
Oh, I'm playing my Japanese video games. The one where I'm actually learning and like
thing
how to
is,
spell.
Even with an AI, I get embarrassed. So I'm like,
How do you get embarrassed?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. Also, you're talking to an AI.
Exactly.
Well, it
I
makes
can't
no
judge you.
That makes no sense. Oh no, it definitely judges you.
Well, it should.
No, it doesn't. Shut up.
Under Jerry's file, sucks at Japanese. Done.
That's some chat.
Oh, it's the
GPT shit
sumimasen.
that's out of memory.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's the excuse me or I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Shimumasen?
sumimasen.
Sumimasen.
That makes sense. I should have known that.
Well, watch enough anime. Fuck.
I noticed also like sometimes when I was focusing too hard on trying to pronounce things, I'd actually do like slightly like things like weird like semi like I want to say racist, but like,
Oh,
I was like, no, don't fucking bow. Don't be like cringely like ho ho.
I mean, but you should. Sumimasen.
Yeah, I feel
gotta
like I
bow.
do see them like bow a lot when they say stuff.
Yes, they do. Like sorry and whatever.
That's like
you bow.
employees.
No, everybody. Like it's politeness there.
I mean, that'd be cool.
Also, if you ever get business cards, you have to take it with both hands. It's a big thing. There's a lot of
I do need to remember that.
there's a lot of stuff where like we're gonna piss people off because we're
You
American.
gotta take with both hands, but you also have to like.
We're
Take
gonna
a
be in
second
tourist
to
hubs. So
read
they're
it.
gonna like.
You can't just.
We remember
pocket it.
even like a quarter of it will be better than a lot of people.
Maybe.
That's true.
We'll be better than Johnny Somali.
Well, Johnny
That's
Small's
a low
fucking
bar.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Johnny Somali's like he inspired a wave of other assholes to go to Japan recently.
That's true.
Well,
It's
it's,
like-
it's the same thing like when Logan.
That's
Paul
actually
did
why
it.
I was like asking ChatGPT
It's
how
like-
to be extra polite because I was like, I don't want to seem like another of these American assholes. That
so,
actually
so
have
if
like
anybody asks, you're Canadian.
No, if anybody asks,
Problem
this. Yeah,
solved.
but
we're
Canada,
Texan.
Canada's just the 51st state, so it's still American.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm gonna go with the "I'm Texan" meme because it works.
Well,
I
you'll
think
need the
it's
hat.
better.
Yeah,
I do want to get a hat.
he was
I might.
mentioning like, yeah, that apparently they think Texas is cool there because it's a meme,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which makes sense.
Also, Europe does too. Like for some reason, America's in a weird spot and like get kind of a bad rap. But then when you say you're from Texas, you get okay rep. Like it's weird. The rep.
Hey, watch
system-
King of the Hill.
Exactly.
That might be part of it. They're like, "Oh, you king of the hill. How Bobby do it?"
That boy ain't right.
And they're just like, "That boy, all right." Oh,
It's funny too because it'd just be legacy because my grandpa wore a cowboy hat.
huh.
Although he wore it because he's Mexican, which is another cowboy hat wearing archetype.
You know, it's
Yeah.
funny that you said my grandpa also wore a cowboy hat, but that's because he was, even though he was Irish, he was still like countryish. It's
Yeah.
funny. I actually thought about that recently. My grandpa is much like me. He did everything, like especially to the end of his old age. It's like I think I've told you the story before. Homeboy had keys to every building in the city for some reason. There was just him driving the disabled veteran van. He would just like go in underneath the city hall, unlock doors, and just walk in places. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he had the giant keyboard in his room. And I looked
And the
through
city
some of
hall
those
that
and
literally had a sub level.
well, yeah, we went into the basement, but yeah,
Interesting. I didn't know it had one.
what?
They're
City
like
Hall? no,
giant motor pools.
not city hall. The
The
courthouse.
courthouse?
Oh, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
That's what I meant. The courthouse. But yeah, like he would just go in places. I mean, he was a part of the American Legion. He's part of the VFW. He was obviously drove the disabled veteran van. It was part of the the VA with
Were you
that.
the one that Ray was always like, "Oh, how's your family doing?"
I don't know. Did he say that?
Maybe it was Preston or something. Oh, there was someone who had like family that was VFW or something like that. And he'd like keep asking like, "Oh, how's your family doing?"
Huh. Well, because his grandpa was the cop, the sheriff or something, the sheriff deputy or whatever. I don't know. He might have asked that actually. You might be right. I don't remember, but because yeah, grandpa did do like
It was
heavy
always like
VFW.
those memes about anything vaguely military related.
Yeah. For sure. But yeah, they were very influential. In fact, my uncle now follows in his footsteps. My uncle runs a lot of the VFW like raffles and shit. I always buy like tickets from him for guns and other shit. He won like the wine bar cart and then gave me a bunch of it for free because he doesn't drink anymore. Yeah, I don't know, it's cool. It's always interesting to see all that stuff. Like in hindsight, to think about it now in this day terms, I'm like, homeboy just had keys to everything and just went everywhere and did everything. And I did, went with him as his grandson. I was like granddaughter. What the fuck? But yeah. Still wonder how that works. Wonder how that would be if any of them were alive, or if he was alive, or any of my other grandparents were alive. I mean, not my grandma, but him. How much worse or better would I be? He had anger issues. He was an angry Irishman.
Sounds like it runs in the family.
Yeah, no, 100%.
That's what we call generational trauma.
Yeah. I mean, some of
I didn't know any of my family.
Some of it was self-inflicted for some of the boys. Shit, James, his whole life story, he went into the Navy because he was getting kicked out, and he went to the Navy, I think, instead of going to jail. Because he'd done a bunch of questionable shit. Not like anything major, obviously not murder or anything like that, but like he was a little shit throughout school and whatever. And I think my grandpa was going to kick him out and stuff. And he's like, you either go serve or you get the fuck out. You make something useful of yourself or you leave. Because I don't remember if he had a GED or not at the time. I think he had to go back for that. But yeah, he went to the Navy and did Navy for a while and told me funny Navy stories. And I thought he got kicked out, but I think he ended up not. He always said he did, but I don't think he did. Weird existence. And then, yeah, and he is who he is today.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the Navy thing ran in the family because Grandpa's Navy too. Vietnam.
Yeah. A lot of my dad's side went to the Navy. My dad never did, obviously.
Right. Your dad seems more like the hippie type.
Yeah. Just driving around doing odd jobs, or whatever the fuck he was.
Right.
Definitely never seems like he held down a singular job for more than a few years.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, maybe in that time there was, but now it's not a problem. At least it's a couple of years better than little boy, better than Cohen. I mean, Cohen keeps jobs for a couple of years. Shit, better than me. I was jumping jobs every year.
That's true. You were.
I'm not anymore, but it's because I'm getting lazy.
Is it lazy whenever you're making good money where you are?
Well, it's lazy that I didn't leave the one company.
Well, yeah.
But I don't know. The other thing is like for me, I just get to a point where I just get bored, stop learning shit, and that stagnation's not. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, that's why I've left a lot of other jobs. Is like, I mean, when I was at Lockheed, I left because it just wasn't. The drive was like 45 minutes to an hour, and it fucking sucked. But also,
oh yeah, that's bad.
There just was no room for advancement, especially whenever they're like, yeah, we're not going to promote you to this other role because you don't have a fucking bachelor's degree.
Which you did get later.
Which I did get, so I have it. But
that's a big government thing, apparently, too. It's just like you don't get certain things without a degree, even if you're well qualified. Even though all the job descriptions say, experience in lieu of degree, but I don't know why they do that. I think like for government stuff, I think for government contracts, like a requirement is hard required. I believe is why. That's the only thing I can think of because the government is that way.
There's probably just additional scrutinies if they don't have a degree and they just don't want to deal with it. So they're just like, you got to have a degree. We don't want to deal with the additional scrutiny.
Fair enough. But is he good enough? Bro, he's worked for 20 years. But is he good enough?
I don't know, man. Those systems look kind of old.
I don't know. Check his LinkedIn.
Oh my God.
'Cause David said something a minute ago where I wanted to respond with, "You should post that to LinkedIn, David,"
Damn.
because it was that kind of meme. But I couldn't remember the URL name fast enough. David was like, "Yeah, I'm always growing as a person. If I get too bored at a company, I got to move up. I'd never stagnate. I'm always moving forward." And I was like, "You should post that to LinkedIn."
Mm-hmm. I'd rather be out of a job for 2 years looking for the right one so I can advance my career.
I'd rather move job to job than stop growing, stop moving forward.
Exactly.
True.
I'm agile.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh shit. That's their
Said the
favorite
word.
word.
We're gonna have to have a scrum meeting about it now.
No.
I don't even know what that means.
It's
It's
agile.
all agile.
It's all agile. Man.
Even
I've
though
never been corporate like y'all.
it's funny that the funny irony there is it's called agile. It has nothing to do with agility. It is in no way, shape, or form
Is
agile.
it an acronym or something?
Yes and no.
I say y'all had to think about it, so
It's. I mean, agile is
it's a term for a method of
right.
development.
It's supposed to be like streamlined. What is it?
So it's supposed to be streamlined, continuous improvement for application system and service development.
It's IT related. It's everything IT. Basically, everything can be in agile methodologies.
So there's two different forms for how you do production. It's either you do waterfall or you do agile. With waterfall, your processes for developing or building your apps or whatever, it's very well, as a waterfall implies, you go top down, earliest to,
we should watch the
Getting
funny
down.
haha internet historian meme video about agile.
if there is one.
Is there?
Yeah.
But
We'll do that after this. I
but
guess.
agile is how I was taught, because I actually was certified in it.
Holy shit! This is real.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is real.
There's
I was certified by the whole British organization.
I know it's real.
Are
I
you
thought it
a
was just like
PIP?
a
Not
meme
PIP,
reel, like
PMP?
LinkedIn post.
PMP. I don't have the PMP from those guys, but I do have the
Yeah.
PMP from CompTIA, which is basically the same thing.
I actually have a real PMP from somebody for agile specifically.
But I have
I followed the cock.
I have the certificate from PeopleCert, which are the people who do one thing of agile.
Sounds made up.
They're a real thing. They keep trying to get me to buy their membership. I'm never going to do that. But agile, how I was taught, it was like, you say you have a service, okay? So you think about what it is, you think about how you're going to build it, and then throughout each part of the life cycle, from where you start to where you go, you're always going back and looping in continuous improvement. So if somebody sees something somewhere in the chain that you can be improved upon, you go take that, you bring it back to the beginning of the chain, and you just keep iterating in it while you're actively pushing it. So you don't depend upon putting out an entire product all at once like you would with the waterfall method. You do a little bit here, go back, push out more. You do a little bit here, push out, go back more.
It sounds like an ADHDer's method of work.
Yeah, I was about to say
I
this
guess
just sounds
so.
like
I've
this
never
literally
heard of
just
it.
sounds like how I'd build an app or something. Like
I've never heard of it that way because, like, when I did my PMP stuff, they just explained how you work it. The project tracking, everything. Basically, the only important parts.
Like with Kanban.
You're talking about the You're talking about the I guess the overall ideology, which
Yeah.
nobody uses.
Yeah, no.
Everyone's still so they say they want agile, but they never mean that. They
Yeah.
mean waterfall.
Yes,
That's always what
exactly.
they mean, which is annoying.
Yep.
That sounds interesting. To be fair, that also sounds like problematic for development. I like the waterfall method because properly done waterfall, which nobody fucking does.
No.
Where you're supposed to dev test and everything, and it's supposed to go down as a process with
Yeah.
proper testing and implementation throughout it, so that when you get to the end where it's fully on production, you don't have problems, which nobody does.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like the whole point of agile is you're supposed to have like you don't need the entire thing ready all done all at once. You have a little bit done, you get that pushed out, and then you keep going back and you keep iterating out until you have a complete product.
So what that sounds like to me is that's what it is. Actually, I have the best.
that sounds like how I build something when I don't know how the thing I'm building works.
All right. So I know what that is. There's a word for that. It's called scope creep. It's literally just all scope creep. It's the entire project as scope
'cause
creep.
it can also
No, Kenneth knows what I'm
sounds like what
talking
he's
about.
saying can also be applied to like efficiency gains too.
So
Well, theoretically, but it's all scope creep because the bar always changes with development.
here's the
Well, I
thing
mean,
too, is, like,
realistically,
part of the process is you're supposed to you know generally what your end goal is supposed to be, and you're just pushing a little bit here by there to get to that point.
I like the karma where it's like I'm 0% corporate, so I can't contribute at all.
You still deal with it, even if you don't think you do.
Everyone deals with it. It
No,
exists.
I'm at the bottom. I just
That's
I
where
feel
you
the
deal with
pain-
it the
I was
most.
about to say I feel the pain of everything that happens in the C-suites.
That's where you deal with it the most. Yes.
It all flows down from the top, and you
Yeah.
have to
Shit
fucking-
flows downhill.
you got to read the chicken bones and the tea
Look,
leaves.
I
and
don't
be
have
like, "Here's what
monthly
C-suite
meetings."
means.
Bro, I
I don't have weekly meetings.
I have daily meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah, daily.
So does he.
scrums. Yay! It's so
I
great.
haven't been in a real office building since I was working for
So
Newton.
what are you working on today? Not a damn thing.
I mean, yeah, something else.
Day to day.
I'm loading one shell at a time.
Loading 1 gram of gunpowder at a time. Fucking memes. Suicide's not the answer, by the way. But yeah. I might have to leave that. I don't remember.
Huh?
Saying the S word is bad, I think.
Yeah.
Unaliving yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck that shit. I ain't doing
In
the
Minecraft.
documentation of my language. We
Oh,
can
what?
talk about suicide and war, death.
We can talk about war.
Uh,
I just think suicide
you're
is
just
a bad word.
unstuck.
I don't know. I was just seeing comments of a video of people talking about how the content creator bleeped out the word war.
That
That's
must be
stupid.
for China.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't think it was on YouTube, so it wasn't even on TikTok.
They could have republished it.
I suppose so. People were commenting on that.
Interesting. Yeah, there's weird words people bleep out. I don't know what the algorithm is because I don't have a.
Nobody
I'm not
knows
big.
what it
Well, no,
is.
that there's people that know. The people that are big enough to have an assigned YouTube rep, no,
No, they don't even know.
they kind of
A
know.
lot of the fucking
I
assigned
mean,
YouTube
people say
reps don't know
Mr.
shit.
Beast is the pioneer of knowing how that shit works.
Like I know like Matt Pat, he consults with other YouTubers on like, here's how the algorithm works and here's what you need to do to fix your channel. Like he does that professionally. He'll say it with other people.
So you make a conspiracy video about a game that literally revolutionizes an entire generation called Undertale.
I wouldn't
I
know.
need to go back and play that, and also I need to go play Deltarune because I haven't played. Because I know they
Have
put
you
out
not
chapter.
played Undertale?
No, I have, but I need to go replay it.
Oh yeah, fair.
Because I mean,
I've never
'cause I've
played.
replayed it twice because I
So
gotta get
you
the
know
true
that
ending.
so that whole community right now, there's this big thing where they released a major product that's like semi-endorsed by Toby Fox called
Oh.
Undertale Yellow,
Oh,
and based on how like the yellow heart's one of the hearts, and like I have friends that want to even stop posting fucking Undertale Yellow memes because it's so popular.
I'll have to check that out. So I know, didn't they put out Deltarune Chapter 4, or is that coming out soon?
No, no,
He's-
no.
he-
David was there when we were scrolling through porn.
He was.
Oh, no.
He's falling into the trap.
Because if you click anything in Twitter, it's just porn. So someone posted, I guess, because Toby Fox posted last year, Deltarune 2025. I
Right.
think he posted like literally him. And apparently at some point, like in January, someone posted Deltarune's coming out tomorrow, or like in February or something. And like Deltarune just starts trending like every other day of just people saying Deltarune comes out tomorrow. But if you actually search the Deltarune tag, it's just people saying that and not being true, and then lots of porn.
Yeah, because I saw them post on Blue Sky about it, so I'm just like, that it's coming out this year or something.
If it goes by the original model, I think chapter 3, 4, and 5 are all supposed to release at the same time or something and cost money.
Hmm.
Because when Deltarune 2 came out, that's when like the demo program was released, and Toby Fox said something about like, I plan to release chapters 3, 4, and 5 all at once,
So it says
and
here,
there'll be one purchase of like this much.
interesting. So apparently, so this is from just a couple days ago, or this was in 2 months that he posted, but it's like, Happy New Year's, friends. Deltarune Chapter 4 now being bug tested by a professional team on PC.
And chapter 3 is not out.
Well, they're testing Chapter 4.
The meme. One of the memes did say 3 and 4.
That's what I thought it was 3 and 4.
Maybe it's just 3 and 4 and not 3, 4, and 5.
Maybe.
Because at some point, Toby said that Deltarune is meant to be this many amounts of chapters in total.
So it says here, the goal is to test chapters 1, 2, 3, 4 on all platforms, PC, Mac, Switch, PS4, and PS5. This was a month ago. So it says here, Chapter 4 is in testing and translation.
And who posted this?
Toby Fox on
Okay.
Blue Sky. This was as of a month ago. Apparently, PlayStation has a requirement that it must have trophies or achievements, so it's apparently going to have those things.
Memes.
Let's
Right.
see, still doing console testing, still doing
If he's being
console
forced to
testing.
put them in, then they're all going to be memes.
Right.
Well, of course, you have to have trophies. You got to have achievements, man.
Apparently, they've, they're squashing bugs. So, yeah, I mean, they're making
I
progress.
forgot what I was going to look up.
But
Let
I
me
don't see
see.
anything more recently than just a couple of days ago. But yeah, so we're going to have Deltarunes chapters 1 through 4 sometime this year.
Anyways, indeed.
Well, do you want to look about wrapping this up? We're at 2.5.
Yeah, sure, I guess. Yeah. Everybody was talking about Toby, Keith, McGuire. I don't know.
Toby Fox.
Agree.
Toby Fox. Toby. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I guess with that, we'll go ahead and end it here. This has been those of us here at Speakeasy Unfiltered. Thank you all for joining. I've was here with my co-host and friends, Ranzeni, Rain Death 909, and myself, Harper_1. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
See ya.
Peace.